It is therefore my honour to declare that the duly elected leader of the Labour Party is Andy Burnham.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much. I believe in all of you, and I am confident we can do it. Thank you very much. I have just come from Buckingham Palace, where I have accepted His Majesty the King's invitation to form a government. I know people at home are fed up with politics. I hear you, and I want to be honest with you. We have not been good enough, and we need to be better. We will be.
This man has no mandate whatsoever. He didn't stand on the 2024 general election manifesto. You cannot make the biggest change in British politics in 40 years without a mandate from the British people, and it will be only decent, right and proper to call a general election on that issue and to do it now.
Our fifth Prime Minister in 4 years. Blimey. And, well, look, we want him to succeed. But will this one be any different? Andy Burnham, the new head honcho, the speed this all happened, I know this is a well-trodden debate already, is actually breathtaking. 1 minute he was Mayor of Greater Manchester. What, a month and a bit ago he wasn't even an MP. The next he's holding keys to number 10 without the country ever really having a...
to him straight away. But he and Isak, they're not on the same page. They're not even on the same comic, to be honest. And it might be better when Ekitike gets back and he feels more confident with the kind of runs that he makes.
Yeah, that's true. You were a big fan of Ekitike.
Yes, I really do like him a lot. I actually think I think you'd probably get more out of him than Isak at the moment. Isak's really low on confidence.
Oh, I see.
The Sports Breakfast Show returns tomorrow, pods, from 6 a.m. with Jess Dillon.
This is Game Changers with Anil Candola and Luke Henry.
I've never felt this before, 'cause I found you. I found you. I found you.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday and welcome back to Game Changers with me, Anil Candola, and as ever, I'm joined once again by Premier League champion Luke Henry. This is the sports and entertainment show that lives live on Colourful Radio and is powered by Talk Sport. And of course, as ever, we're always live on YouTube. Head over now to www.youtube.com/@colourfultv to join us, because over the next 2 hours we have a big old show and the small matter of the Premier League returning. Oh, we are so back. The Premier League, of course, returned over the weekend with already some huge talking points. Arsenal kicked things off with style in a comfortable 3-0 win over Coventry City. Manchester United mess continues as they lose to playoff winners Hull City. Same old Spurs as Tottenham are battered at Brentford. And all of Sunday's action, including a late winner for Manchester City and a bit of controversy at St James's Park for Newcastle's 2, Liverpool 2. I just lost my voice then because there's that much action to happen and to come, not just in the Premier League, but today on Game Changers. As always, we've got your favourite features too. This season is a new season, but it still means Anil's Adventures has returned. Winners and Losers is back, of course, and Changing the Game shines a spotlight on the mindset required to chase those dreams. We'll wrap things up with Track of the Week. This is Game Changers, powered by Talk Sport on Colourful Radio. Stick with us. Good evening, Luke Henry.
Hello, mate.
How are you, mate? Sorry, mate, I'm just quickly putting up an old story on @Anil Candola on Instagram. Make sure you drop me a follow if you haven't already. Obviously you have, because, you know, why wouldn't you? Yeah, I'm just putting now. Do you want to know what I put?
Yeah.
Luke.
Mauled by the Tigers.
What's the need, mate? This is the part of the this is part of the
straight
show.
Straight in.
No,
what?
It's not. No,
what
it's
do you
not.
mean? It's Premier League's back, serious show, football chat. None of the niceties about how you are and everything like that.
No.
I know you've had a good summer, mate.
No,
but this time,
no.
2
Luke,
hours.
what are you doing?
Strictly football chat.
No. There is obviously a little bit of funny chat.
We've worked together today. We've been together all day.
Yeah, we have, mate. We've worked all day together.
So I'm desperate.
You were my.
Yeah, you were the senior.
You were my BA.
Yeah,
which is
I wasn't.
a broadcast assistant. Thank
No, I
you.
wasn't.
You were my little BA.
Yeah, I was. You were the senior. I was the whippersnapper, as he like to call him, the young buck, because the skin is looking good.
All right.
It's
what you been doing?
good.
What you been doing?
I'll tell you what, mate. It's been 2 weeks since I've got a trim, and you know what? It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
Let me say it now.
It's not.
I've definitely seen it look worse.
It's not terrible.
You know when you get it cut?
I've not had it
That's
cut
definitely worse.
since. I know everyone's. I've not had it. Oh, actually, no, that can't be right. Yeah, I've not had it cut since the 28th of July.
What, 2015?
So that's actually 3.5 weeks.
What, 2015?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm
and
actually.
That's a long time, is it?
Yeah, that's 2 weeks too.
Wow. 2.5 weeks. What was it? 3.5 weeks?
28. Yeah, Wednesday the 20. Yeah, I went away on the 31st. Yeah, I got it cut on the Wednesday. Yeah.
So it's been 3 weeks.
But that's actually not that bad for 3
It
weeks.
looks terrible.
You can talk. You can present, but you can talk. Yeah, read the room, mate. Read the room.
What do you mean?
I just said you can talk.
What's wrong with...
I mean...
What?
I mean, come
what?
on. I mean, come on.
What's wrong with...
Peeping Tom's there. It's coming out to say hello.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Why
Mate, I'll tell you what, I am top. Believe you me, I am top.
Okay.
Feeling good, Prem's back, champions elect, same old football, same old stories. Your mob, unbelievable.
Which one?
Both of them. Nightmare. Sky blue jumper, felt blue on Friday night. Honestly, got stage fright.
About purple. Right, okay, we can talk about that later, okay? We've still got so much to come, of course.
Like what?
Look, it's a massive Premier League launch show here on Game Changers Live on Colourful Radio. So not the whole show, because we've obviously got a few bits that you will enjoy away, perhaps from football, but it's all Premier League. It's all Premier League. It has to be all Premier League. There's so much to go in. Guess what? There's still one more game to go tomorrow to complete.
The West London derby.
We will be, of course, booking either Bradders, DJ Adam or Bradley or Adam Bradley, Bradley Adam. One of them will be in there. They all support Chelsea, I think. So, of course, they will bring... I don't know. I don't know the pronouns. I don't know, and I don't want to judge. So whoever it is in there, we will get their opinion. Right. So what are you doing on Instagram now? You filthy pig! I can see your feed.
Yeah, I'm updating my story.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Send me that profile.
Can't.
Why?
Don't know who they are.
That's a bit weird, mate.
Yeah, a bit weird.
Why'd you follow them then?
I don't. They follow me because
So they follow you, but they've come up on your Instagram feed.
Yep, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe that.
I can't.
Exactly. There's one.
Are you just putting up the little thing?
Yeah, I'm just doing
right. Okay, can you just? I'll give you a second to do that because there's a little question I want to ask you. So I'll give you a little a re-jog of the memory. The last time you were on a show when you could be bothered to do this show.
Sorry, I went to go and watch the Champions in Cardiff, by the way.
And you also said that you'd come on the show. Did you come on once on your little soiree of trips?
No, absolutely not.
No,
You
brilliant.
didn't need me. You didn't need me.
All that money we put into that outside broadcast, that link up, nothing. Nothing at all.
Absolutely jack. I was in Vegas. VIP.
Yeah, I know.
And I still came
and
on
we
Game
barely
Changers.
got you.
That's not true. That's not true.
Bradders Fest was good last week.
Bradders Fest, yeah, were you there?
Did I get an invite to Bradders Fest?
Oh, he
no, he wasn't here, was he?
Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, we had a real good time last week. Oh yeah, baby, we had a very good time.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. If I got an invitation to Bradders Fest,
I
would have been busy.
That's out of order, see. We'll tell them that later on the show, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll tell them that. Right, so, of course, you weren't on the show last week, but I did tell all of the listening millions about one of my successful Instagram posts. So I think it was over 30,000 views.
Correct, well done.
On the coin flip.
Yes.
Even management said that they saw it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to tell me?
So out of best part of the year of doing hard-hitting football conversation and really giving opinions and trying to change the game, a coin flip was the thing that made us go viral. Brilliant. But it's given me a bit of inspiration.
Nice.
So I put a video up with Gabe doing a bit of a similar thing. Yeah, just over 5,000 views again, not too bad. So we're going to do another one. Ready?
Right,
so you ready? Can you just hurry up with this Instagram
Mate, I'm
story?
ready. I'm done.
Yeah, done.
I've got all the millions now. Think about it. I've just put that up now. So all the millions.
All the millions will now, obviously, you know, the circulation and all that. Circulation. Yeah.
PE.
Circulation.
It's like PE.
What do you mean?
Like PE, like circulation and that. No. You learn it at school.
Oh, God, anyway, it's going to be a long 2 hours ahead. Right then, question time.
1% Club.
Yes. No, well, not quite, because it's not like a trivia, but it's a question of what would you rather, basically.
Just quickly,
go on, then.
Before that, you can put this in the clip. 1% Club. What show that is. It's such a good show.
Stop trying to soft launch you getting on 1% Club, because it's not.
I know, I'm not good enough. Absolutely not. I'd be out by 60%. Great show.
Very optimistic of you to think that you'd beat, what,
I'll go 4 rounds.
40%?
Yeah, I'd do 4 rounds.
That's not technically how it works.
No, I'd do 4 rounds, and then it'd be the 60% question I'd probably have to pass.
No, that's not how it works, though, is it?
What do you mean that's not how it
Well,
works?
because if everyone gets the same question wrong at the start, I don't think we're right. Look at the camera. It's just like your show.
No, I look great. I look really central.
No, you're so in the middle.
Yeah,
Can you
because
just move over a little bit?
You criticise me for not moving over.
No. It's just the way. Does that look a bit better? Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That looks fine. Right. So then, here we go. Then, would you rather? Very simple this week. Would you rather
win the league?
No.
Okay.
No. One thing gets leaked, but only one. Would you rather your search history get leaked or your camera roll get leaked? It's a phenomenal question, isn't it?
It's a phenomenal question because whatever you answer,
you're cooked.
It's never a great answer.
You are cooked either way. Cooked either way. Go on. Search history or camera roll leaked tomorrow morning to The Sun?
A search history. I mean, there wouldn't be. I mean, exchange.
Be very careful what you reveal about your search history, you filthy pig.
I mean, there's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Ticket exchange. Ticket exchange. There's not much.
For what?
For the Arsenal website.
You're ridiculous.
And yeah, there's not much to hide.
So search history.
Camera roll. Even more so.
There's a few,
There's a few festival pictures on there, me looking great.
Little selfies.
In fact...
Naked selfies?
No.
Are you sure? I've seen
positive.
them.
You haven't seen them. If you've seen them, they haven't been linked.
No, I've seen the
what?
The one that everyone's seen.
No,
you know the one.
No, I do know the one.
No,
that's close friends.
Okay, yeah. Private story.
Private story.
Yeah.
Listen, whoever stole my phone or got leaked, they'd be very disappointed because it would be a little bit of a damp squid.
So you're locking in camera roll? What are you locking in?
I don't really care, to be honest. They can pick. I mean, my search history is very boring. My camera roll's got a little bit... I'll go my camera roll.
A little bit of filth.
Because my camera roll there's got me dancing at Electric Paradise. And I've got to say, the hill step, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm not going to lie. Put it on the hinge.
Honestly, put it on the hinge.
No, I did.
Right, I would...
what about you? Have I answered the question how you wanted to?
Yeah, it's fine. My search history, it's a bit random. Like, I think I'd probably be a bit more exposed.
Are you the type of person that Googles, like, who would win in a fight, 100 sized chickens against a duck sort of thing?
No.
Why did you look at me like that for?
Because I put it in ChatGPT.
Oh, right, fine. No, I thought you might.
Yeah, great. Right, should we have one more quickly?
Yeah,
before we crack on with the show? Yeah. Here we go, then.
Breathe a sigh of relief. That was not getting clipped up.
No, because Adam was asking. He was worried that we were going to ask him.
Oh, right.
Dirty dog, Adam, and he's had some very,
Think about the jungle scene.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the search history either.
And the jungle is massive.
Excuse you.
What? He's into his music.
Yeah, I bet he is.
You keep that mic down for the next 4 minutes. Thank you very much. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right, here we go again. Ready? Last one before we crack on with the show, because I love these, OK? Would you rather never pay for food again or never pay for travel again?
That's an unbelievable... Why don't you start with that? That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant question. Say it again, one more time.
One more time, here we go. Would you rather never pay for food again or never pay for travel again?
I would choose... I would never, ever pay for food again. Because if you're organised enough, you can still do decent deals with travel and you can still get around and it's cost affordable. But then again, first class travel. Imagine not paying for first class, but then imagine going to a Michelin star restaurant at your pleasure all the time and having a lovely steak dinner with what about drink and wine? Do I have to pay for the wine?
It's food, mate.
Yeah, but food comes with drink.
No, it's the food.
So I get the food for free.
Yeah, you don't get you know.
I'll just jump.
You don't get tipsy for free, mate.
Yeah, so I can stretch out to a bottle. Yeah, free food, mate. I love food.
Yeah, I love food as well, but
you go travel.
I'm going travel. And that's because you very rarely, of course, unless you sit in first class, business class or whatever on travel, you don't ever get off a normal train and go, wow, that was a great train journey. That was money well spent on a train journey. You can have food and you are happy with spending money on food because you can spend 100, 200, 300 quid on a meal and go, do you know what? That was worth every penny. You don't jump off the train and go, do you know what? Service was fantastic.
Yeah, good shout. But then again, in day-to-day life, think of us, right? We're in London, we're in Borough Market, we're in a lovely place in London. What would I rather have for free? My travel in or my food?
Uber Exile home every night.
Yeah, but that Assenheim's at 2:15 for free.
Yeah, it slaps.
It'd be unbelievable.
It slaps, yeah. So is you lock in food?
I think so. I think I can... if we're talking about us right now, in day-to-day life...
Mine's definitely travel.
What do I moan about more? The cost of travel or the fact that it cost me arguably £11 a day for lunch or dinner? I'd probably get annoyed about food. But then you can be organised and...
You don't spend the money... We've done this for way too long, by the way, but you don't spend money, OK, on food if it's great and go, bloody hell, you know, it was quite expensive there. You go, wow, that was unbelievable. You could even have the best flight of your life and still go, it was a lot of money though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's my point.
You won't do that with food if it's that good.
If you're flying and I get a lovely flight for 50 quid...
Or for free.
But if I get a decent flight for 40 quid, I've booked it on arrival, then I'm in Italy, right? Or I go to Spain and I sit down in a tapas restaurant or a steak place and I have that for free and I have paella for free. Yeah, let's talk. I'm absolutely going free food.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
So hold on, you're going for travel?
I'm going for travel. You're going for food. Adam, wrap this ridiculous section up. What are you going for?
I'm from a much simpler time. The simple answer is I can live without travel.
I can't live without.
That's simple.
That's very good.
I mean,
it's not true.
It's like...
It's not true you can't live without travel.
Of course you can.
You're not going to walk everywhere.
Well, you might.
Well, you have. You never know what can happen in life.
Yeah, you'll get the bus.
If you've got food
you ain't
for free...
walking. How far do you live, roughly, from the office?
I've walked most of the way home, and I live about...
Would you get piggyback on the way back?
I live about 10 miles.
You get one of them guys on the bikes and you can play music out of the little cycle.
I live about 10 miles.
Hey, man, you want to lift, man?
10 miles. Right. What, you walk 10 miles a day?
No, I walk about 6-7 miles a day.
Yeah.
6, 7.
Right,
anyway, should we move
6, 7 free meals if I had free food?
Yeah, I'd be taking 6, 7 flights a week, mate. Just think about that. Think about that.
Would you know?
Any travel.
But
any travel in the world.
Yeah, but hold on.
Mate, from tonight.
Yeah, but we're talking about
tonight. If I've got tomorrow off, I'm going straight to Heathrow. I'm going. Yeah,
but we're talking about our day-to-day lives. You're asking me this as me, not me.
But if you get free... This is ridiculous, mate. We're 20 minutes into the show, we're still carrying on. But finally, you don't...
No, but I want to answer the question properly. If we're talking about us right now in our day-to-day lives, not if we were, like had loads of money.
No, but if you have free food, that doesn't change your life.
No, right now...
It doesn't. If you get free food, it doesn't change your life because you're still going to eat 3 times a day. Whereas if you get free travel, that changes your life.
Yeah, but no, because we're still working, is my point. We're still doing our same thing. So, like, if you said to me, right, you've got free travel... I'm still going to be working 6 days a week, right?
Yeah, but...
So I'm not going to be able to travel much apart from work into the building.
But you're going to eat every day.
But if you told me I'll get free food every day...
Yeah, but look at the size of you, mate. Be huge. Not now.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks. I would love that. Because I'll be trying different things. Oh, yeah. If we're talking give me free food. Yeah, free food.
Unbelievable. Right, then, should we crack on with the show? Oh, no, unbelievable.
Make sure you put that bit in there, the fact that I picked food. And that end bit, because I think that answers the question a little bit better.
Anyway, I think it's the end of the show, so thanks everyone for listening.
And now it's time for Track of the Week,
Yeah, unbelievable. Oh, gosh, it's good to have Luke back, isn't it? And it's, of course, very good to have the Premier League back. It's come around once again. And this is how Sunday's action sounded across the TalkSport network.
The Premier League is back in session, and what a way to kick off a new campaign.
Half an hour gone, Brighton 4, Aston Villa 0. It is Jack Hinchelwood again.
Manchester City 2, Bournemouth 1, and Josko Vardiol has potentially won it on Enzo Maresca's debut as head coach.
The Bosley has had a lot of time to work out what he wants to do with his spot kick, and he fires it high into the top corner. Hornacek went the right way, but he couldn't keep it out, and Liverpool have rescued a point right at the end of this game. This is the Premier League. This is TalkSport, and it's about to heat up again.
Fantastic stuff, isn't it? Of course, the Premier League is so good to be back on our airwaves, in front of our eyes, and just everywhere. We absolutely love it here on Game Changers. We have to dissect all of the Premier League action into days because there was so much. But of course, we are here. The reason why we're on a Sunday night at 7 p.m. is to give you the hot reaction of Sunday's action to start with. Where do you want to start, Luke Henry? Should we start with the most recent game and work our way backwards?
Yeah, so...
Newcastle 2, Liverpool 2. Take us through your initial reactions. And I think there's only one place to start, really. Penalty or no penalty for Liverpool in the dying embers of the game?
I think penalty.
Ooh.
Look, I'm just going to be... I'm going to take a leaf out of Adam's book.
You've gone wrong very quickly already, mate.
Very simply. We asked a question about food and travel, and he went, listen, simple answer. You know, free food, free travel.
Yeah.
Answered it.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that approach for this penalty.
Yeah.
Lewis Hall makes an attempt to play the ball.
Does he?
I think he does. I think there is enough contact there. I think his knee goes into the thigh. He doesn't make the ball. Unfortunately, I think they're well within their rights to feel I think they're well within their rights to think that's a penalty in Liverpool. And I don't think Newcastle can feel too aggrieved by that.
I think they could be furious.
Do you?
Yeah. Because when we watched it first, obviously you popped out to get some food.
No, I watched it.
You watched it?
So I heard a scream.
Oh, you literally just left the office, as in, like, you could still hear what was going on?
No. Well, I came back from M&S, had a lovely little pasta dish, by the way. And that would have been free, by the way. So, and then I heard a scream. So we thought it was either 3-1, 2-2.
Oh, OK.
And then I heard a scream and I couldn't see anything. And then I saw the players go around to the referee and we thought, must be a penalty. When I saw the replay, no, I just think it's a pen. I think Munoz is beating him. I think the knee comes in and clashes the thigh. It's a foul.
I looked at it initially.
There we go.
I looked at it initially, and obviously the referee hesitated to give it straight away. Yeah. So I went, I think that's a foul. On first look, or first glance, I thought that was definitely a foul. But then you actually look at the challenge, right? And you see it in replay, which of course they would have, because they would have checked it on VAR. That's how the penalty was given in the first place, right? Is the fact that they looked at it.
Well, let me stop you there.
You've got an official
I've got the
statement.
official statement, not me personally, but I found the official statement from the match centre, right? This is what they had to say, and then we'll go back to you. The referee's call of penalty for the challenge on Lewis Hall, on Victor Munoz by Lewis Hall, was checked and confirmed by VAR. Referee. He doesn't play the ball, he makes clear contact. VAR. It's knee into thigh contact, confirming the on-field decision of penalty. I actually don't think they've got that wrong.
And while that might suggest and certainly back up your thought process, my only hesitation in terms of agreeing with that statement and what you've said is the fact that when you watch the replay, you see the contact and the moment of contact. If the moment of contact has come where Lewis Hall has extended his leg in order to get the ball, then I'd understand. But where do you want Lewis Hall to put his leg to prevent that happening? It's just a coming together rather than a foul.
It's not.
He hasn't extended his leg to be able to actually win the ball or bring the man down. We're watching it again, of course, here in the studio. There's no part of Lewis Hall.
He moves across.
Yeah, because he's obviously
momentum.
trying. No, but
his whole body's going
He's
across.
moving
of course,
across.
he's still trying to follow the man. He's still trying to follow the man.
Yeah,
but that's not even a challenge that he's put in.
But
I think it's great play from the Liverpool forward. I think it's fantastic, very clever, because he has just shifted slightly his way of movement in order to gain the contact, and it's given a foul. And look, once the foul's been given, I don't think you can rescind it because it's not a clear and obvious error, like both ways. So if it wasn't given, I think it'd be ridiculous to go to VAR and then give it.
But if anyone, and I'm sure you have as well, if you're running at speed, like when you're playing football over the park or whatever, any level of football, when you're running at speed and another player, you think their knee goes into the side of your thigh, it's going to affect your
of course
balance.
It is. I'm
you're
not
not
saying,
going to be able to run straight.
But the
it's a
contact,
foul.
yeah, the contacts happen, but a contact does not mean a foul.
Yeah, but
it's
in
a
this
contact
case,
sport.
In this
I
case,
just think if it is a foul, what can Lewis Hall do with his leg to prevent it?
Well, he shouldn't get in the way.
No,
you can't just expect him to run.
No, but you can literally
to allow the Liverpool player just to run past him.
But you can jockey him,
and that's what he tried to do.
Doesn't. He comes in centrally. If you watch, I've just watched the replay now.
No, I don't think it's a foul.
I do, because I've just watched the ball gets played over and he runs across and then puts his knee in. If he runs across and gets a side-on angle and lets Munoz go past him and does that, and Munoz hits his thigh, then it's not a foul. The fact that Hall goes into him first, I think it's a foul.
I don't think it is.
And I don't actually think, looking about that, I don't think it's as contentious as we've seen of them last season.
I think it's very harsh on Newcastle to give that in the last couple of seconds.
Of course, it was harsh if you gave it in the first 5 minutes.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. So I just think the way it happened, Newcastle played very well. I think they did probably deserve to win the
Newcastle were
game.
exceptionally good.
And speaking of someone who was exceptionally good, dearie me, the Aston Villa didn't have their Weetabix this morning, did they? 4-0 defeat to Brighton. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's...
What's going on there? Do you relish in this a little bit, the fact that it's Unai Emery?
No, I couldn't really care less, to be honest. No, not really. Look, listen, they are depleted. I feel a little bit sorry for them with what's going on in the window, with the PSR rules, with the injuries. It seems to be a mess. One thing I will say, and this is more of a overall thought, when I heard Roberto De Zerbi speak yesterday, we'll talk about Spurs later on, and Unai Emery, and probably Iraola as well. I'm a bit confused how you can be so late to the start of the season. Now, I'm not talking by the fact that you have to be 100% and ready to go, but everyone knew the season started on the 21st of August. The champions are going to open up the season. Everyone knew that.
It's so ridiculous.
As a result of the World Cup, we're going to give you more time to have a break, have a preparation to go again for the start of the season, which will take place on the 21st of August. Now, Unai Emery's team, not ready. Roberto De Zerbi's side said last week after the Hoffenheim game, I knew he wouldn't be ready. Now, I get there's going to be injuries. I get there's going to be players going and players leaving because we're still in the transfer window. And Iraola said that he hates this period because he wants to focus on the team he's got. He's probably going to look at a couple of wingers. But I do think it's a bit of a cheap excuse to say we're not ready when you know from June when the season
starts. You have one job in pre-season.
And if you... And this is why I have to sort of not hold my hands up, but I look at City and think, well, look at the common sense approach. OK, Marmoush now going to go to Spurs, but what do they do today? They go, well, we need to look at the squad for the first game of the season. We might not be ready, so let's keep him just for our own benefit, and then if we need him, we can still play him, and then he can go. So I don't understand why Aston Villa have even let Ezri Konsa go to us before the game if they wanted to put him on the bench and say, listen, we might need you for the first 45 minutes of the season. The keeper situation is a bit all up in the air. The Ollie Watkins situation, again, listen, if he's keen, say, listen, I know you're keen, but Tammy Abraham is currently out injured. Our young 17-year-old in Brian Maggio is currently out injured. We're not begrudging you of your move, but can you just hold it off just for a week so we can play the first game of the season and get a start? We can negotiate your package and your pay or whatever, and you can go. I'm a bit lost by the fact that we're not ready, and judging what I heard from Unai Emery after the game, he's not very happy about it.
I'm not surprised, and don't you think there should be some responsibility on the players as well here? I know the manager should be organising the players, but there's an attitude thing about this. I heard today, surely you know more about this, Lee. I believe Bukayo Saka came back early from the World Cup, not early from the World Cup, but from his break. Yeah. And he only actually had 7 days off break because he wanted to be ready for the start of the season, and wasn't he?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And isn't that as part of the case as well? Players, should show their appetite more.
Yeah, they should. I mean, it's a fine line. I can only speak from the Arsenal players, and if I believe everything I read, the fact that Declan Rice, Kai Havertz was a notable one, and Saka. Apparently those three called and said we want to come back early, and Arteta admitted he was a little bit reluctant because obviously it's such a long season and what they've had to do. They need a break. And listen, we'll talk about Arsenal a little bit detail later. Scott still wasn't best pleased that Rice and Saka played and started, but that's
Bruno's injury.
But still, I still think.
Who are you going to play if you don't play Bruno and Rice?
Well, I still think Noni Madueke could have started the game against Coventry, and that's no disrespect to Coventry.
No, but that's Saka.
That's Saka.
Yeah, and then in midfield.
I would have gone with Miles.
Zubimendi.
I would have gone with Miles Zubimendi. Zubimendi played less minutes, hasn't played a lot of football. Yes, he's been travelling with Spain, but I would have played Miles Zubimendi and even would have put, I even would have probably started Ethan Nwaneri in midfield. He's still there at the moment, or even Max. Do you know what I mean? But I'm looking at it from the perspective of, look, he took them off with I think afterwards 25 minutes to go for both players, so it's the same as bringing them on. So it's not the end of the world. But you just have to be cautious about the rest. But at least they wanted to be back. I just think, managers coming out and saying that we're not ready, as a fan, I would be a little bit... I can understand it to an extent, but I would be a little bit annoyed. And I know you've got to wait for market opportunities in the window, but Aston Villa had this last season. They didn't score for 4 games, and then Harvey Elliott was the player that scored their first goal last season, and then he was frozen out because of the obligation with the contract with Liverpool and whatnot, and the deal. So, again, you're not going to want to keep repeating that. Look, I get this all change at Villa, it's not all rosy, but, today was just... Well, it's probably one of the most humiliating ways to start a season. 4-0 down, and your new signing, Joel Gavins, is now suspended for the next game, which is the Premier League champions. So it depends. That could be one of the best games you have at home. They obviously have all the, memories of last season when they beat us in the last minute. But at the same time...
You're just ridiculous.
Well, they did beat us in the last minute. They were very good. But at the same time,
it's just that little jive, isn't it?
Didn't need it in the last minute.
Did you see that?
They beat us in the last minute. They beat us.
You know what you were doing. You know what you were doing.
When they beat us...
That was just like, your little day out.
No, they beat us in the last minute. And what I was going to say is if they, they could beat us again and it'll probably kickstart their season. Maybe. Or if they lose, it's 2 defeats from the first 2.
Not looking good. But one team that did, speaking of late winners, get one themselves was Manchester City this afternoon. A crushing way to lose the game for the Cherries, who I thought put, particularly in the first half, fantastic display of action under their new manager. It looks like certainly Bournemouth don't have anything to worry about going into this season when it comes to competing with all the big dogs in the rest of the division. But for Manchester City, didn't look great. Didn't look great at the start. But games like that, sometimes, especially at that time of the year, starting, players aren't ready apparently. You look back, maybe that can win you the league.
It's very well done. Well done, mate. Yeah, great work.
Mate,
yeah.
I looked at you when that goal went in and went, that's probably the league done.
Yeah, you did say that.
There's only 37 games left.
Yeah, there's only 9.5 months.
There's not much time left.
In fact, on the running order, you've actually put...
37 games left.
Our City to team the beat.
Yeah. How do they drop it from here? How you answer it?
It's in their own hands, isn't it?
It's in a lot of teams' hands. I think Leeds United fans...
Is it still in your hands?
Actually, it's in Brighton's hands now.
Oh, my goodness, in Brighton's hands.
Brighton are winning the league as it stands.
Yeah. And Man United and Cov are both going down. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's absolutely right, that.
Golly gosh, good thing there's only 37 games left. But just quickly, before we, of course, have to move on to Saturday's action, there's so much to cram into today's show. But just quickly, your verdict as fellow title contenders, despite a lot of differing changes and a few moving parts at the Etihad, a lot of people still claim that Manchester City will be right up there when it comes to the climax of the Premier League season. Was there anything that worried you or perhaps made you feel quite comfortable?
No, nothing worried me, but nothing sort of... I wasn't worried at the same time and nothing excited me. What was interesting is Mark Guehi's role in midfield. I think that caught everyone by surprise.
Sometimes people just do too much, don't they?
But...
Like, mate, I don't know.
Struggling to work out the logic behind it, especially with Guardiola at left-back. Rico Lewis then played right-back. Matheus Nunes on the bench was a strange one, because I thought he would play centre midfield. Look, they've got 3 new midfielders potentially coming in. They've got Boadi coming in. They might have Enzo Fernandez. Maybe a concern about Ellie Anderson with his injury.
I think that might kick-start Fernandez.
So that's 3 midfielders. But also, the one player I am really looking forward to watching, because I think he's going to be brilliant, is Nico O'Reilly. I think he's going to have a new position. I think he's going to play further forward. And watch out for a few headed goals at the back post, because I think he'll play a little bit further forward. It's hard to judge City. It's hard to judge Maresca. For his point of view, he's probably delighted they got off with a win. Guardiola popping up at the back like that.
How are you 2 centre-halves scoring for
especially with Guardiola. Guardiola was literally in play. It was just a great little pass from Cherki. Big win. They'll be thereabouts. You don't think they will, do you?
No.
It's just hard.
You just look at Maresca and he doesn't fill you with, yeah, he's the guy. He might, have a similar haircut to Pep and wear similar clothes. By the way, he did look quite good today.
He did look quite
good today. But unfortunately, that doesn't win you anything, because if that was the case, I'd be the winner of every award out there. Not today.
If it was
not today.
Competition between one and someone else, you still wouldn't win. You still wouldn't win.
Even if it was a competition with yourself, you'd lose. Brilliant.
Yeah.
If I had a penny for your thoughts,
I'd give you change.
Great. Anyway, should we move on? Because the first Saturday... What is the matter with you? The first Saturday of the 26-27 season already gave us some big talking points. This is how Saturday's Premier League action sounded across the TalkSport network.
Slater to hit it into the near post, and it's headed in, and they've scored again. Noble Mendy guiding the ball past Lovens to make it 2-0 to Hull City. And just when you thought your day couldn't get any worse, the trains back to Manchester have been cancelled.
It could well be game over here. It's Everton 2, Crystal Palace 0. It's Tierno Barry who's got it.
Nottingham Forest 0, Leeds United 1. Anton Stack with a free kick from the left-hand corner of the penalty area at the Bridgeford end in front of jubilant Leeds United fans.
Jack Clark shoots! And the former Sunderland player has come off the bench to potentially win it for Ipswich.
I think this is probably just about game over as far as Tottenham are concerned this afternoon. It's a corner from the far side of the pitch, which is nodded down, and there was number 33, Michael Kayode, to poke the ball into the back of that. Spurs fans will wonder quite what the new revolution is and when it will start. It finished here, Brentford 3, Spurs 0.
Cracking track though underneath there, wasn't there? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Nothing.
You are?
What am I doing?
What are you doing with your stupid little hands?
Nothing.
Your little paws?
Mauling.
No.
What are you doing with your puppy little paws? Right, so just in case anyone didn't know, we'll run through the scores, of course, from Saturday. Everton...
I know, start with the top one.
Everton won...
Start with the top one.
Everton won...
Start with the top one.
Everton won...
Hull City.
Hull 2, Manchester United 0. I got so much pleasure out of that.
It's a tough game. Should I go on my rant? Do you want to rant?
Hold on.
Do you want to just take the mic for a couple of more minutes, then I can go on my rant?
Hold on.
Go on.
Hull 2, Manchester United 0. Ruled by the Tigers.
You're pathetic, the pair of you.
That's great. In fact, in Sports Highlights, we had live and exclusive commentary of the game. We've actually got the goals clipped up. We can actually get the goals and we can play them out for the rest of the show.
No, why would you do that?
I cut them up as well.
Why would we do that?
We can play the first goal and then the second goal.
OK, you can do it throughout, but when I go on my rant, please. I want silence.
What are you ranting about?
I'm going to rant.
About what? Hull 2, Manchester United 0. Hull produced not only the shock of the day, the first time they beat Manchester United in their Premier League history with a team that is, they won't mind me saying, probably struggles to get the playoffs in the Championship right now.
Crap.
And they utterly outplayed Manchester United, who were largely pedestrian and largely didn't move much, like the trains home. Didn't move.
Right, OK, I'm going to go on my rant now. So, Adam, no sound bites, nothing, OK? I'm going to look straight down the barrel and deliver something that I'm going to clip up and put out. Because, let me tell you now, it's about time we say this.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness the rant of all rants. It is Sunday, August the 23rd. We're already having a rant because it was Hull 2, Manchester United 0.
That's it now, come on.
Take it away.
Right, OK, right. There's so much you can go off from Manchester United's despicable performance against...
Sorry. Start that again.
Why?
Don't look at me. I'm not in the room.
OK, fine.
Straight down.
Yeah, fine.
You want to clip this up?
Yeah.
You want to go viral?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
I'll start you again. Ready? Hull 2.
Yeah.
Manchester United 0.
Yeah.
Mauled by the Tigers. You can edit that bit out. Over to you.
Oh, golly gosh. There's so much you can go off from that abysmal performance from Manchester United yesterday. The lack of goals, the fact that Mikel Arteta probably wasn't coming out with the best things, of course, to say after a football match that you've lost, which is, on paper, probably the easiest game of the season. No disrespect to Hull, but they were almost certainly everyone's favourites to go down. But my rant is not just about Man United. My rant is not just about Mikel Arteta or the performance. My rant is about one man and one man only. This is the last time I will ever speak about this man because it is getting ridiculous. How many seasons do we need to see to realise Bruno Fernandes is the problem at Manchester United? Now, of course, he is not the only issue at Manchester United. We can talk about board level, we can talk about all of that kind of stuff. But Bruno Fernandes is a problem. It's not a good problem for Manchester United either to have, OK? How many different midfield partnerships do we need to provide for Bruno Fernandes to apparently get the best out of him? Let me just take you through the plethora of potential midfield options we've had since Bruno Fernandes has been there. So it's been Bruno Fernandes, and then behind him, we've had Matic and Pogba, Fred and Pogba, Fred and McTominay, Casemiro and Eriksen, Casemiro and Fred, Fred and Eriksen, Casemiro and Mount, Casemiro and Mainu, Ugarte and Mainu, Tielemans and Santos, and of course at international level you've had Bruno with Vitinha and Neves. Are you trying to tell me that not one pair of midfielders behind him have been good enough to really get the best out of Bruno Fernandes, to really showcase what Bruno Fernandes can do for the team unit? And now every single time people are going to say, well, he broke the assist record. We are supposed to celebrate someone breaking an assist record. That's supposed to be the cherry on top of an unbelievable season. The same way Henry did it. The same way Kevin De Bruyne did it. Only difference between them and Bruno Fernandes, their teams actually won the Premier League in their respective seasons. And now we're supposed to celebrate the lauding of Premier League assists. This was a team that have won back-to-back titles, have won trebles, have won doubles, have gone back-to-back 3 times in a row. This is supposed to be one of the biggest clubs in the world, and this is what we've come down to now, is celebrating things like an assist record. Bruno Fernandes, he loses the ball at basically any given moment, and any time that he does lose the ball, he's almost given a green light or a get-out-of-jail-free card to say, well, he's the only one trying to do something. I can't believe this nonsense and the amount of garbage performances he gets away with. The midfield is always, for Manchester United, gaping with space for opposition to run through during especially a turnover of the possession. He leaves way too much space and he will never be a part of a title-winning squad. He's weak in that midfield, and when United go behind, what does he do? He doesn't galvanise the team. He doesn't bring them together as a proper leader does. He just picks up the ball, drops 40 yards too deep, and then just tries to play the Hollywood pass every time. And what are we supposed to accept? Well, he's just trying to do something. I'm telling you now, the moment Bruno Fernandes leaves that club, yes, you might lose a player of very good quality, but for a team unit, he is not the answer. I've been saying it for how many years now, and I just hope that we are one step closer to seeing the back of the Bruno Fernandes era at Manchester United, and then you will see what a team function looks like.
It's the same old story in this tug of war.
What song's that? It's a banger. What is that?
We go back and forth. Oh, well, it was just adequate. Same old story in this tug of war. We go back and... Well, it's the same old story, isn't it? You know, I could pull you back as a toy and then pull you forward and you say the same thing.
You're going to do what?
No, you know those toys you used to get?
Oh, it is a good MK, Jonas Blue and Becky Hill called Back
What year was that released?
2018.
See? See,
Why?
not just an old soul.
Why?
See?
Why?
Because I'm not just an old soul.
2018.
It's my point. It's not. I'm not just full of 70s and 80s. That's quite recent.
Oh,
mate.
okay, yeah.
That's what it was. There wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, go on then.
Well, what do you want me to say? What about the Bruno?
Look, seriously, I know. Okay, right. Look, let's just calm things down.
Oh, you want me to seriously?
No, but people know that I've got a Bruno Fernandes agenda. I
didn't know that.
But surely, you watched that game yesterday. We've been in this position how many times now, where the midfield just looks so open, as if Man United are playing with 8 men, and there's only one reason for that. The only one who hasn't changed in that midfield is Bruno Fernandes. And look at the problems Man United have in midfield. It can't be anyone else. There's only one common denominator. That's just what I can't understand. And these Man United fans, and I get it, because they've been so starved of success, they're supposed to celebrate an individual award. Like, I remember Man United winning the Champions League. I remember Man United winning 3 times in a row, on separate occasions, back-to-back titles like it's going out of fashion. Arsenal have gone nearly 100 years without going back-to-back. This is one of the biggest clubs in the world, and look how much of an achievement it would be. Man United used to do it for fun, and now I'm expected to celebrate someone who's just whipping balls in left, right and centre to just stat pad. Oh, come on. Is it a me thing, or can you see this as well?
I don't think it's all Bruno Fernandes, and I know you said that the first.
Fernandes is your Aubameyang. Top player, scores goals, but when the push comes to shove and you want the rebuild, he's got to go.
Yeah, it's hard to compare. I mean, Aubameyang won us the FA Cup single-handedly.
Fernandes has got a very good performances in the final of the FA Cup as well. Didn't get man of the match, it was Kobbie Mainoo.
It was a shame the way it worked out because it was just his attitude. And the relationship with Arteta was strained, which is the reason why, unfortunately, he was actually declining as a football player. We all knew that. I don't know if Bruno Fernandes is declining as a football player. My takeaway away from the game on Saturday was I'd be pretty alarmed about how easy it was for Hull when they were 2-0 up. I didn't think United did too much to lay a glove on them. And we're talking about a team that had Mbeumo, Cunha, Sesko, Rashford, Fernandes, all on the pitch. Didn't really create much. My concern would be, and it's very early to say this, and I think he's a great manager, and in fact I know he's a great manager. But again, my worry is for Manchester United is...
Too big of a job.
Not too big of a job. Is there this same problem about being comfortable? I say a lot about this, about culture and environment and wanting the players on side and stuff, but it's almost like being back at school and you have a caretaker teacher and you like the caretaker teacher, you know, and then you think, actually, he's now the permanent teacher. We can probably look at doing the same bad habits that we've done previously. My worry is, are they going to be comfortable again, these players? I look at Harry Maguire, I look at Luke Shaw...
How are they still playing for Man United?
Because they're playing for Manchester United because there's no one pushing them.
And no one wants them.
Managers are coming in and playing them. Diego Dallo is still there, you know.
I don't think he's too bad.
I don't think he's at the level to play for Manchester United.
But he's not the first one to get rid of.
But he's not the first one you get rid of, but that's the thing. And it's almost like... It's very early to say this because I think Manchester United, going forward on the forward areas of the pitch, have got some really, really good players. But it's just, what are we doing here? Are we going with Michael Carrick for the long term? Are we going to back him? Because the recruitment is good in isolation, but when you put it together as a big puzzle, does it fit? You know, Yuri Tielemans, I like the player. I understand the release clause of £35 million, but he's 29, and then Andre Santos is 22, which I get. So what happens in 2 years' time? Is Tielemans coming in for now, and then Santos is going to be your first-choice midfielder with Carlos Baleba? That sounds like a nice pairing for the future. Kobbie Mainoo's in there, so what happens in 2 years' time? Are you going to get rid of Tielemans and Bruno Fernandes?
You need depth.
You do need depth, because you're in the Champions League.
Believer,
but I worry
Kobbie
now,
Mainoo
if you ask me,
and Cunha.
But what's going on?
Perfect.
What's going on? Like, so in Mbeumo, like, is Ahmad behind him? He's
injured at the moment.
I know, but that's my point. Is Ahmad going to be the one behind him?
You need the competition.
But that's my point. Is the competition?
You need the competition
for sure. But is it competition?
Yeah.
Is it? What I mean by is it competition? Are Manchester United fans going to go to a game in November at home at Old Trafford against whoever, and whoever's watching it, they go, he's made 6 changes. Ahmad comes in for Mbeumo, Mainoo's in, Fernandes is even on the bench after a Champions League game. No, but you say that. I don't even mean that as a
flippant... Doesn't even happen, though.
But I don't mean that as a flippant excuse, because you're going to be playing over, what, you're going to be playing more than the 40 games last season. But that's natural. It's not like, oh, my God, Fernandes is dropped. It's like, Fernandes is rested.
He won't know, and this is what I'm trying to say.
But that's the point.
He's bomb-proof. He is bomb-proof at Man United.
I'm not sure if he is. I think if you just play the game and you had a really, in the Champions League, you might be going away to Real Madrid at the Bernabeu on a Wednesday night, and you might have, a tough game or whatever, a game against home.
He don't. He just doesn't.
There's nothing wrong with that if you've got the quality in reserve to do that. I just worry if Manchester United are going to go through this phase of getting too comfortable. I think Carrick did really well last season, but now it's a different type of pressure, it's a different type of job.
And I said this.
Because he didn't have a window last season. He came in, he got the players ticking, they played a lot of football, he came in, made it simple, but now it's his methods, it's his philosophy, it's his ideas, and he has to put them into practice. Yes, it's early days, but the performance
was pitiful.
Was
a joke.
Well, it was quite embarrassing.
It was embarrassing, mate. And this
because it was so.
It was just so comfortable for
also, Hull.
They won't have an easy game like that all season, Hull.
Hull's main starting pair of Ajayi and Noble Mendy both came off injured.
Yeah.
With 25 now. If you said that to any other team, both your centre-backs are coming off with 25 minutes to go, and you're a newly promoted side, you think, or maybe Man United get a goal back. Man United had one chance off that, off the top of my head, with Mbeumo.
And where's your boy Bruno? Where's he provided? I thought this was meant to be the thing that he does. In the depth of despair, I cannot wait until Man United move on from him. I actually can't wait. Every year I say the same thing.
And look, the thing is with Manchester United,
it doesn't matter about next week. Obviously you want to win, but come on, let's see in the grand scheme of things. It's like we were like 9th when Carrick took over.
Yeah, but mate, if you don't beat Hull and Ipswich in your first two games,
that's terrible. We could be bottom of the league.
I mean, I think Manchester United should be top.
With superior goal difference for the first 2 weeks, absolutely.
Well, the first 5 games.
Yeah.
I had Manchester United to be top of the league first 5 games. Hull away, thought you'd win. Ipswich at home, I still think you'd win. Everton away.
Not easy, but
not easy. But that's the first game where you go, let's judge Manchester United.
Yeah, we're OK now. They've got into
2 wins from 2, let's judge. And they go to Everton and go, OK, Man United, fair enough, they've done all right there. Not sure. Then it's the Manchester derby.
At home.
Yeah, with what's going on with Manchester City now, we don't even know what team it's going to be.
Yeah.
At home, yeah, you fancy it. And then Fulham away. And then it's the international break. And then it's the international break.
Okay.
That's why I did the first 5 games.
Yeah.
So I thought at the first 5 games, look, I think Fulham are going to go down. So that's why I looked at the first 5 games and thought,
they'll probably be first.
They'll probably be first after the first 5 games.
Yeah.
You might not be.
Could be bottom. Unbelievable. Right, 10 to 8. I was going to say 10 to 9, then I thought, oh, golly gosh. I was going to say the show went a bit quick then. We've only done about 50 minutes. It feels like we've already done 5 minutes. It's fantastic, isn't it, to be back with Premier League football to really dive into. It's what you just had a little smile there.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. Just what we do on the show. It's just our feature.
Yeah. We just have a. Speaking of features, then should we have one?
Yeah, let's have one.
Right, then it's time for this.
Everyone's a winner, baby. That's the truth. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me?
No.
You don't know what I'm going to do here?
No, I actually don't.
No, you don't?
No.
OK, right. So it's winners and losers, very simply. The first one of the season.
Well, I'm laughing at your loser.
Oh, OK. Yeah. Why?
Because you really don't like him.
No, I don't.
I can tell.
I really don't like him. Right, OK, should we do winners and losers then?
Yeah.
Well, look, I, of course, have missed you on the show, Luke. It's great to have you back. You're a Premier League champion. You won 3-0, of course, on Friday to kick things off, which we will be kicking off in the second half of the show. 8 p.m. means one thing and one thing only. Luke Henry is going to take the reins, and I wonder what direction he's going to go in.
Why does it always rain on me?
Don't rein me in. Anyway, should we do winners and losers?
Yeah, go on then.
Which way do you want to do it first?
You go first.
OK, my winner.
Yeah, I don't get this.
Right, my winner of the week is Tottenham fans. Tottenham fans, give yourself a round of applause because the level of delusion is something to admire. Genuinely, it's fantastic. How can you finish 17th twice in a row and then think you're going to win the league? It's just phenomenal. Honestly, I really do respect the level of delusion because if you have that delusion in life, you will become a millionaire even if you skin. You know, you could live in a mansion even if you're on the road. You could become an absolute womanizer and be a virgin for the rest of your life. You know, with that level of delusion, it will work for you. So I'm really, honestly, Spurs fans, I take my hat off to you. The fact that you genuinely thought that you were going to be anything other than crap this year, fair play. I really do salute you. So congratulations. Your delusion has won my win of the week, Luke Henry.
Well done, very good, very good. I do love Spurs. I think they're brilliant. They're the best rivals.
It keeps on giving
they're so good.
Yeah, but OK, just before we move on, just quickly, just very quickly. Is it not? Do you not find it a bit crap that they're so crap as your rivals? I know you obviously, but I just mean in terms of the games used to be so good, or you just want to see them in the depths of despair.
Yeah, this has been brilliant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, please continue.
Yeah, that's great. It's two. Look, football being back.
I'm sorry, you can't.
All right. Well,
no, go on. It's the first show.
It's
I'll let
because
you
it's
off.
first show. It's
I'll
just,
let you off.
The Premier League being back is special. It's just so good. I mean, look, quick story. I was on the train coming into work, and it was Millwall Norwich, and obviously being in Underbridge, we're near, that's where the Millwall, the Den, right?
The Den.
And at Millwall Norwich, like I said, and there must have been about 10 Norwich fans on the train. And they were walking up the Northern Line, singing a song. I had my headphones in, laughing. But then in front of me was another Norwich fan, and he was on his own. And all of a sudden, it just read, "Yellow, give us a song. Yellow, yellow, give us a song." And he turns around, takes his headphones off and goes, "When I was young," and he sang a Norwich song. And they all sang back. He sang and they sang. And I just smiled and went, football is so bad.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. You've got people looking around going, what are these people doing? I'm like, that is brilliant. 10 a.m.
Yeah.
It's not even 10 a.m. yet. Probably half cut. He wasn't. He was on his own. It was just brilliant. I smiled and let's just... But if I had to pick But if I had to pick a specific team, I want to touch a bit of focus quickly on Brentford. It's their 5th season in the Premier League. I just want to quickly read you out where they've finished since they've come up in 2021. So their first season in the Prem, they finished 13th. The season after that, they finished 9th. The season after that was probably their worst season. They finished 16th. Season after that, they finished 10th. Last season, they finished 9th, 1 point out of Europe. They are now what I like to call an established team in the Premier League. In my eyes, they are probably definitely in the top 3 best-run clubs in the Premier League. Their recruitment has been brilliant. What they had to go through last season to lose the back, all Wissa and Buemo, Thomas Frank, very, very good. The buy of Sengare is a stroke of genius, and the fact that they're going after Malik Diouf from West Ham as a left back, very, very, very impressive buy. Very, very settled team, very good, and I think Keith Andrews deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
Yeah, he does. He does.
They are a brilliant club, and I think back in the day, when you used to go away to like, especially Chelsea and United, and you used to go away to like Leicester, and you used to go away, Leicester now. You go away to Leicester and you go away to Aston Villa. On paper, they were like, they're the tough teams. Now going to Brentford away, that's your litmus test. That's like Brentford away. I've always said that. That's a really tough place to go.
Is that the new Stoke away?
No. They're far better than Stoke away. No. This is a footballing, not a horrible place to go to. Going to Stoke, it's like when you go to Newcastle, it's a horrible place. But when you go to Brentford, you're going to get a physical game, but also you're going to get an actual game of football and a quality game. They are a very, very good side. Deserve a lot of credit.
Am I right in presuming the other 2 teams would be Bournemouth and Brighton?
Correct.
Yeah.
What?
So well run.
They're so well. Sorry. In the bet, I saw you meant.
I was going to say your lot, but
Arsenal are very.
Are they though?
No,
because your highest sale is still Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Which is why I didn't go for Arsenal.
Yeah,
which is why.
When you said it, I originally thought about Arsenal, but yeah, maybe not.
Brighton, Brentford,
and Bournemouth. Possibly even Crystal Palace.
No, I don't put Crystal Palace in there.
No, but them 3 teams are 3 B teams. You're right, because it's not only the fact that they sell so many players, it's the fact that they can still rejuvenate the squad and still be competitive.
Those 3 clubs have the most phenomenal recruitment.
Yeah, but they do. Bournemouth, what Irola's done over 3 years, and Eddie Howe,
have signed and who they've sold those players to. Real Madrid, Barcelona,
Spurs.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, I totally agree with Brentford, though.
Yeah, they're a fantastic club. They deserve a lot of credit. They're exceptional.
Right, we're being very nice.
Yes.
Be losers?
Yeah.
Right then, this is big breaking news. Big breaking news now. My loser of the week. You're not going to believe it. It's Bruno Fernandes. I hate that guy. Seriously, I can't stand him. Oh, gosh, just move on. You do yours.
Before we do move on, I've got to tell you, I agree with you. I think he's a great player, but he's a terrible influence on the squad and the club, and I've always thought that about him.
And he's got the armband.
And he's always moaning, and he looks just miserable, and he's whining.
Always whinging, always doing that. And the fact that he comes out and talks about his stats and his numbers, like, mate, you've won the same amount of trophies as Casemiro, who for half the time he was at that club got absolutely ridiculed.
Would you swap him for Odegaard?
Yeah.
You clip that?
Yeah. No, 100%.
Clip that. My loser.
That's what my nan for Fernandes. Right, sorry,
okay.
I don't know what my nan always gets here, poor woman. She's a lovely woman.
Yes,
She's got
a wicked left foot, though, hasn't she?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
Wicked left peg.
Wicked left peg. Brilliant.
Yeah,
it's literally a peg.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Brilliant.
I'm joking. Who's your loser of the week? Do you know what? Actually, sorry, my close second loser of the week is me.
No, that's not surprising. Yeah.
I woke up just before I went on air on Saturday's game that I was at. I looked at the Premier League table and it said 19th Man United, 20th Coventry.
Yeah, you've got two teams and they're both as bad as each other.
Sorry, carry on.
Honestly, it deserves you right.
Sorry.
My loser is actually West Ham United.
Oh.
Listen.
It's early, mate. You've gone early.
Have I got... OK, they drew away to Burnley after being 2-0 up.
Yeah, that's not great.
And they lost at home to Charlton, one of the teams that are tipped to go down. And their team consisted of Bowen, Tatty, Engels, Solomon. I mean, come on. It's not been a great start. I get it's a long season and I get it's a marathon. But in the Championship, US one of the most unforgiving leagues.
It's a tough league,
Didn't you
mate.
tell me Coventry were like falling apart because they did 4 wins in 13?
Yeah, it's a tough game.
If you don't start well, you're playing catch up. Listen, just thought I'd say that 62,000 fans yesterday sold out the London Stadium and got beat by nothing.
Highest attended football match in the UK yesterday.
And apparently they were absolutely terrible as well. For
Were they?
well.
Obviously, I heard the reports.
Well, I've heard they've seen the missed penalty, but apparently they were toothless.
Wow.
Not a great start, especially when I saw Wolves highlights very quickly.
They look good.
Very good.
They
looked very, very good.
Yeah.
Middlesbrough obviously fell to a defeat, which is not really great.
Middlesbrough just never give you the confidence that they're going to go.
They'll kick on. They never start well.
Yeah, but they never end well either.
They're very good in the middle. That's the problem. They're very, very strong.
Good in the middle,
top.
yeah.
They'll be in the playoffs for 280 days.
That's the problem. That's the problem. They qualify for the playoffs too early. They've just got no motivation by the time it comes around.
But they've got a couple of players to come back, like Aidan Morris and David Strelec as well up top. But yeah, I hope Middlesbrough do well. But yeah, I thought West Ham because I thought, mate, that's not a great result. But
no, it's not. 2-2 now, isn't it?
Yeah, 1 point from 6.
Wow,
Great way to start.
unbelievable. But do you know who has had a great start to life?
Yeah, the champions. Yeah.
Arsenal, unfortunately. We, of course, will be speaking heavily about Arsenal. We've got so much to come in the second hour, so please don't go anywhere. We've got, of course, as I've said already, Arsenal Cov will dissect it from both elements and really find out what we can find out from that game. Of course, we've got all the features coming up. We've got absolutely everything. We will take absolute, unequivocal, wholehearted care of you. You're listening to Game Changers on Colourful Radio with me, Anil Candola, and the wonderful Luke Henry. Strap yourselves in because Arsenal Chat is back. Luke Henry's raring to go. He's looking in the mirror right now and he doesn't look too great, but I'm sure he will certainly get a bit up for the next section. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right with you on the other side of this break. Keep listening to Game Changers with me, Anil, and Luke, the Premier League champion, Henry.
This is Game Changers with Anil Candola and Luke Henry.
Champion lover, no ease up tonight. Well, champion lover, gonna make you feel alright. Oh,
they call me Mr. Lover, man, they call me Mr. Lover. Mr. Lover, man, they call me Mr. Lover. They call me Mr. Lover, man, they call me Mr. Lover. Mr. Lover, man, they call me Mr. Lover. Because a woman take a chicken coming from.
Yeah, you know what time it is now, yeah? What are you looking at that for? Come on, we've got to do a show for an hour. Game Changers is back. Arsenal time. Champion summer. Yes. Welcome back to Game Changers, love, and Talk Colourful Radio, powered by Talk Sport. What are you looking at so upset for?
Just carry on.
Don't gonna
Whole
feel
season
alright.
Whole season.
Oh, well, what are we gonna... Well, no. We're going to talk about your reports at 8:15. It's all about Arsenal. We will talk about the champions of England, starting off with their defence against champions of Championship. But we'll talk about you and your adventures. You've been out in there, you've been everywhere. I'll talk about my adventures. I was at a very special event on Wednesday with the champions. We'll talk about changing the game, talking about our motivation to do this, and I can't wait because I've got another 37 games of this and I can't wait to retain the title. We'll also be doing a bit of trivia as well. Yes, Bradley Adam will be back, and then DJ Brads will be popping in for an exclusive track. He's been running the rhythm over North London and the rest of London. So we'll talk about that. So yeah, stick with us. This is Game Changers, live on Colourful Radio, you lucky lot, powered by Talk Sport.
Search the one you muck up on the right one. You have it in your mind to come chill me with it.
Yes.
It's a good tune, mate.
No, it's been part of my summer, man. I've been champion.
Honestly, I knew how bad it would be, but I didn't think it'd be this unbearable. We haven't even got 37 weeks of this. We've got 89 weeks left of this. 89 weeks.
Get it with it. Ooh,
and the problem is, people haven't realised, it's not just about going through all of this season. If they win it, it's all of next season and then the following season, because they'd still be champions.
What was that? Still be champions.
God, gosh. Thanks.
Had enough of that.
That's the first time intro music has just been cut out. We're sick of this, mate.
Sick of this?
Honestly.
Good. Because you've got another 10 months of it. You might have another 20 months if things go correctly, because on Friday night I was there at the Emirates to witness...
To do what?
To witness Arsenal 3, Coventry 0. The champions made a defence to their title. Oh, the music's there. Yeah. I know. I don't need to inline this.
No, but come on,
I don't need to
practice.
No, I don't need to be professional. Shabba ranking.
Yeah, every time we just talk, just put it up a bit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'd much prefer to listen to this.
In the way tonight. Mate, don't mind me. I could be here all night.
No,
you know, right?
Stop.
Champion summer, me know that me
That's
feel
not the
alright.
words.
Whoa, yeah, that's my version. Champion summer, me know that me feel alright. Well, I felt alright on Friday after the full-time whistle. Arsenal 3, Coventry 0, goals from Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard. The second time they played all together from the start since December 2024. There's the stat. We still won the league. Here's how it sounded across the TalkSport network on Friday evening.
Coventry City back in the big time with the aim of staying in the big time. Arsenal bagged the title last season. Many are tipping them to retain it.
Well defended by Van Eyck right in front of those Arsenal fans, and then as he tried to clear, it fell for Calafiori, and it's siphoned into the net by Kai Havertz. And that is the difference between Premier League and Championship football. Odegaard full Rice, still he goes, off to his left-hand side, Solis drilling it in, Saka! 2-0. Coventry had waited 25 years for a return to the elite, but it's got the makings of being a chastening start.
There is a Grand Canyon between these two sides.
Flick ball around the corner, it's pulled back towards the edge of the 6-yard box and bundled in. And Arsenal lead by 3 goals to nil as Odegaard wheels away. All the last 7 Championship champions have been relegated in their first season up. And Arsenal off to a successful start as they bid to retain the league title for the first time in 91 years.
Arsenal played like Premier League champions. Coventry played like they're going to struggle to survive.
Whatever.
That is the voice of TalkSport AJ Dolan that you're criticising there. He's right. Arsenal play like Premier League champions. Coventry, I believe, have just got off the team bus.
What are you doing?
Just got off the team. No, you deserve it, mate. Honestly. You've been giving me all this talk and that, mate. You deserve it.
What you do? You're pathetic, mate. You've just beat a team with no parachute payment. Look, their record
No parachute.
There's no. All right, mate. Whatever.
Yeah, you're not going to like this, are you?
No.
Firstly, I just want to say it was lovely to be back. It was so good to see lots of friends, lots of familiar faces, talking about the champions. Really nice atmosphere. Really was good.
I'm looking for trains home, mate.
It felt very emotional, actually, being back.
I bet it did.
It did, yeah. You know, you would understand that if you didn't support two teams, depending on the weather and what their results were. But anyway...
Sport no one this week.
Yeah, exactly, I can tell. Where do you want to go? What do you want to ask me?
Okay, fine.
Do you want me to do
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I've got things that I could say. What I was reading.
Okay. Yeah, we can go through that. Just in general, how much can you take from an opening game? Because I think if you would have lost that game, I don't think you would have lost your head. I don't think you would have been like, oh my gosh, you know, the wheels have come off. This is over. But it was a decent performance. It was good. Looked strong, looked comfortable. And I think we can talk about Coventry's perspective a little bit later. But from an Arsenal perspective, they look like champions.
Well, if I'll be honest, when I was watching the game, what I was thinking was, what does Frank Lampard do? Arsenal just don't stop moving across the pitch. There's been a lot of footballers speaking when they do interviews and podcasts, current footballers, about when they have to face the top teams such as Manchester City and Liverpool and Arsenal and Chelsea and whoever, and just how they approach the game and the tactics from the managers. And a couple of players have said over the past that Arsenal are a team that they don't stop moving out of position. And I noticed it a lot on Friday night. Riccardo Calafiori is our left-back. Some of the position he takes up, whether it's in the half space, whether it's in the number 10 position, is ridiculous. Christian Solis, I've got to say, was so impressive. He was everywhere. He was so direct. His decision-making is very, very, very impressive. And then when you add the fact that Kai Havertz likes to drop out of the striker role, Martin Odegaard was ever-present, Declan Rice was running...
By the way, sorry.
Odegaard was just running the show. Declan Rice was...
He looked very good, Odegaard.
He's back to his best. He looks sharp, he looks fit, looks like he can trust his body.
Yeah.
I haven't even mentioned how good Miles Lewis-Skelly was. And then you've got, you know, the sprinkling of Bukayo Saka. And it's all well and good on the pitch, but then when I tell you the fact that Jurrien Timber is missing through injury, William Saliba is missing through injury, Ezri Konsa will make his debut next week, Pierre Nkapie was on the bench, Eberechi Eze was on the bench, Mikel Merino was on the bench, Victor Gyökeres didn't see a minute. Arsenal still want to add in the market to another attacker. Left Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus out of the squad. So you are looking at a squad that is very, very strong. Nani Madueke came on as well. Max Dalman, Ethan Nwaneri weren't used. So it's a squad full of amazing talent. It's incredible. But I think we sometimes forget that the coaching element from Mikel Arteta is incredible. Some of the football you played, and yeah, you can't take too much of it because I didn't think Coventry did a lot wrong. But when you watch a game like that and you just look at a team and you just think they're just a very, 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 very well organised and very, very good coached team. And it was really, really nice for Arsenal fans to see the relationship of Ben White, Odegaard and Saka, that right-hand side that we haven't seen for so long. It was a nice little flashback to 23-24, so can't take away too much, but it was just, you know, it was a pleasure to watch the Premier League champions defend their crown, and they got off to the best possible win. But next Monday is going to be a very, very tough game. I know they lost 4-0 today, but Villa Park away in the second game of the season, followed by Chelsea, is 2 tough games, so could be having very different conversations. But after that, I think Arsenal are looking very, very strong.
If Arsenal don't win the league this season, should Arteta get sacked?
I'm not going to answer that question on the 23rd of August. It's a very, very poor excuse to talk about the fact that your mob are absolutely terrible. Which mob I don't know.
I hope you're not on about Cov.
Which mob I don't know.
No, OK, right. Should we talk about Cov's perspective?
Yeah, I'll talk about...
Can I just say, I still think Arsenal are missing something, though.
Champions League.
Brilliant.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, but OK. Well, it's August the 23rd.
OK, right.
What do you expect us to do? Win it?
No. Well, look, teams have.
Yeah, but we can't, not in August they haven't.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, you want it in May?
Mate, City win the league today.
No, they didn't.
Same thing, mate.
Brighton did. Yeah, so you're wrong.
True, actually.
Yeah, you are wrong.
No, so this is actually a good question. So, obviously, we've had the conversation of basically since I've known you, really. You know, if you could win the Premier League or the Champions League, before I've even finished the sentence, you said Premier League.
Yeah, I was going to ask the same question
You said to win the Premier League even when the masses were saying Champions League. But obviously, as it unfolded, the time they were coming bridesmaids, never the bride, then I think last season, I actually think it was quite unanimous amongst the Arsenal fans. They said, OK, we get it with the Champions League, but the Premier League, we just have to win it now, because if we don't win it now, we haven't got anything left. Like, we can't do it. You are an avid lover of the Premier League more than probably any competition out there in sports. Does your perception change now going into the season?
Not yet.
Really?
No, not yet.
I can say to you right now, Arsenal only win one competition. I can't tell you how they finish in the other one, I don't know. But you can only win one competition. Which one are you picking?
Yeah, Premier League, I think. Right
Would
now.
you?
Yeah, I think I would.
Why?
Probably because I think the pull of being back-to-back winners, there's only 3 managers that have done that.
You will never, I don't care, even if you go on to have better teams, you will never have a better opportunity than now.
And it's a legacy you're creating with you.
You will never, that's what I'm saying. You will never have a chance like this.
So Ferguson, Mourinho, Pep. Arteta's name becomes in that category.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether I like it or not, he will win back-to-back. Therefore, that puts him in a massive conversation, and an uncomfortable conversation from some of you lot, not me individually, about where he places as a Premier League great manager. And I know people are going to go, and people use the argument, you need to win the Champions League to be a great Premier League manager. Well, they're 2 different competitions, and I don't think you do. A.k.a. Jose Mourinho never won the Champions League when he was at Chelsea, but he's still one of the best managers we've ever seen. It puts Arteta right in there.
It does.
And then his Premier League legacy is cemented, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, but you're thinking so much from his perspective.
No, because I'm looking at Arsenal haven't retained a Premier League trophy since the 1934 first season.
You've never won the Champions League.
Exactly. I know that. But you have to look around Europe, and you have to look at the landscape of football. And right now, like you said, if you look at the stability in the Premier League and what's going on with the abundance of change...
Yeah, or the lack of stability.
Yeah. It's very, very hard for me to sit here and say Arsenal are not the favourites purely because they have got the only manager that has won it. Teams are not actually ready for the start of the season, and we have a few unknown quantities as we don't know what we're going to expect. Now, the quality from Manchester City and Liverpool and Chelsea and even Manchester United, even though I don't know if you're going to challenge us for the title, there is still quality with all these teams, and the Premier League is so competitive down the ladder. However, we're talking about teams to actually go and win the Premier League. There's not many. Now, if you look around Europe and look at Bayern Munich, and if you look at PSG, and if you look at Real Madrid under Mourinho, and if you look at Barcelona, there is some very, 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 very top teams you can face in the Champions League. Now, I'm not saying Arsenal can't win the Champions League, but to go to Barcelona away in 2 legs, to go to PSG away in 2 legs, to go to Real Madrid...
So you're saying you'd rather win the Premier League because you're the favourites?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm actually saying right now... It might be easier to win the Premier League than it might be to win the Champions League. So I'm looking at it and going, if Arteta wins the Premier League this year, don't forget, if you're going to win the Premier League back-to-back, you're obviously going to improve. Look at what we're trying to do in the market. We're going to try and improve. We're trying to get an attacker that's going to take us closer, because we can't get any closer, because last season we were a penalty shoot. And because we didn't have a... You know, if you look at the way the game was played, we had to defend.
That A-list, je ne sais quoi. Yeah, you did.
So if we get that and we play the same way, and we've literally... Christian Norgard is left and Bruno Guimaraes has come in. Trossard is left and Christian Solis has come in.
In the right direction.
Ezri Konsa is come in. William Saliba is still at the football club, he's injured. Timber is still at the football club, he's not injured. So all we've done is improved the squad.
And while you make a very good point...
So... I'd put it like that.
I think it's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be. But if you ask me...
Yeah, it's your answer.
Yeah, but if you're going to ask me in March, right, and they go, oh, Luke, you must be, you're 3rd in the league, but you've got a really good chance.
No, I'm not saying that. Let's even say you're first, when the group stages of the Champions League finish, you're first in that and you're first in the Premier League, but you can only win one, you'd still go Premier League.
Yeah, and you know what? And this is going to sound, and I might be wrong for saying this, look at Jurgen Klopp. I don't think Jurgen Klopp gets half as much as credit as he deserves.
I disagree. I think he gets the appropriate amount.
Do you? I don't think he gets enough. It feels like he's been forgotten.
Yeah, but look...
Because he won the Premier League
and that's
won
always
Champions
the blotch on Wenger's record, always is. The same with Fergie, and it's not quite the same because Fergie actually got over the line in Europe, but he should have had more Champions Leagues. Fergie should have had more Champions Leagues, but his obvious defence would be, at least I did it.
Jose should have won it at Chelsea.
Yeah,
he should.
He should have done it. Yeah. So I do understand what you're saying, but then where would you then find yourself to shift? in terms of the Champions League then? Because if you do go 2 in a row, then there's only 2 teams that have won 3 titles in a row. So then would you then go...
And then it's 4 in a row.
That's what I'm saying. Then there's only
for me, it would be like, look, win it this year,
and then definitely Champions League next year.
Because I'm pretty sure...
Because my brother said...
I'm pretty sure the final is this year in the Champions League is Madrid, and I want to say next year, 2028, it's Wembley.
I think it is Wembley. It could be Wembley, yeah.
I
think that does sound right.
Imagine that. Come on. You write scripts in football and you write a story.
Sure, I guess so. But then at the same time, so my brother's obviously, he was in Australia for 2 years, and then he's came back. He was always going to come back about around this time, but he specifically came back to go watch Arsenal versus Cov, like actually go to the Emirates. And I spoke to him, and he said, honestly, there's not even a comparison. He says, give me the Champions League.
I hear it.
I just think it's because... And maybe your perception might change if and when you do win the Champions League, because there is like... It sounds really weird because with the Premier League, I know it can always go down to the wire and all of that kind of stuff, but you know, unless something really bad happens, which you did suffer before last year, you know you're getting closer, but the Champions League... Without sounding ridiculous, Captain Obvious, it's that one game to decide.
Yeah.
And that height of emotions that you guys are on. Like, look how good the parade was for you lot. Could you imagine if there was another trophy on
absolutely. But I'm not... I think...
I understand it is honestly like neck and neck. I get that.
But
I'm surprised that your mindset hasn't even shifted a little bit to go, especially the fact that you were so close that you just thought, no, we need that. Still no.
Yeah, look, I think it is what you say, it's like your relationship with a trophy. I've said this before in the show. I say, if you look at Liverpool, they've got...
The special relationship
You've got
with
European pedigree. You look at Chelsea and they've got special nights at the Bridge.
But again, doesn't that want you to have that?
Of course, but then sometimes you have to live a footballing journey, and I get a bit deep when I said this, and I remember saying this to my mate before the Champions League final, and I said, listen, I'm going to say something to you because you'll understand it, but it's going to sound really weird. I said, I don't think we might not win the game tomorrow, but I think it's because we haven't had an 06 moment. And I said, I'm going to feel really sorry for people that are in their 30s and 40s and 50s that really remember 2006, because it's obviously been like a decade. But I said, my relationship growing up with the Champions League has been very different. I mean, I've grown up as a kid watching the Champions League, but never really having an emotional attachment because I've been in a competition to make up the numbers rather than actually participated to winning. I've always known that Arsenal were going to get knocked out in the quarterfinals, are not good enough to win in the semi-finals, and it's just about getting through the group and seeing if you can get a decent tie. You're not in there to win it. And then when you've not been in that top-tier competition for 7 years, and then you come back in 22 when you're...
Is that what it was?
Yeah, we were out the competition from 2017 until Arteta took us back into the Champions League.
That's unbelievable.
So then when you look at that and you talk about the story, and then you go from, quarter-final, you lose to Bayern Munich, and then you look at it and go, OK, you've lost to Bayern Munich, we got in the quarterfinals. Then the next year you get to the semi-final, and then the next year you get to the final. The natural progression is you kick on, you win. But you're actually having a relationship with that competition now. And now the fact that I can come in here and we can talk and I can say that Arsenal are one of the favourites to win the Champions League means a lot. Because, it's very easy to click your fingers and go back into the Champions League but be expected to win it. So it's just how you feel. I can understand everyone is probably going to want to win the Champions League, but sometimes I love the story, and I think what we've done over the last few years when we spoke about Arsenal, and I'll be brutally honest, is that I think lots of people have mocked Arteta so much that they forget to have a coherent conversation about what he's done in the Premier League, and I still sometimes feel like that he needs another Premier League to cement himself about how the job he's done from the minute he took over to the rebuild, the money we spent. Then you could say that Arteta is a two-time winner.
And
then if you go to next year... Yeah, of course it is. But then if you go to next year and then you go, Arteta is a two-time Premier League winner and then a Champions League winner, his story will be remembered. Like, it won't... It'll be incredible.
Well, let me flip it another way then.
That's how I feel.
But let's really push you then, before Adam comes in, because I know he wants to say something on this. This is Arteta's last season. You can only win one competition. The Premier League or the Champions League, which cements his legacy more?
It'd be the Champions League, because...
So then why do you not want to win that?
Because...
I'm not going to go at you. It's what you feel, right?
Yeah, but it's not like
I just can't believe that even still, you get a bit giddy about the Premier League.
But if he's going to leave, if he said, this is my final season, then for him, because Arsenal have never won the Champions League, so then for him it'd be like he has to
What do you think the squad and the manager's thinking right now if they have got asked the same question?
it's a difficult one because I think if you're looking... I mean, I think there's a focus for the Champions League because of what they're trying to do.
And the way it happened last season.
Well, not even that. I think the fact that they are so decisive and so clear in the fact that they want to upgrade in the attacking market must mean that they're looking around Europe and thinking that's probably the reason they didn't win the Champions League, because was the lack of, the attack was probably the weak point. And maybe they've looked at the Premier League and, if you watch all the games today, in isolation, the one thing I picked out from the games is that you've got to be really good on the counter-attack. Bournemouth today were very sharp on the counter-attack. Newcastle very good today on the counter-attack. Brighton were very good today on the counter-attack, although Villa did play out from the back and gave them the goals. But you have to be really good on the counter-attack. Maybe he's looking at it and going, there's going to be times this season where we need to be quick on the counter-attack, and we might not have the resources at the moment in time to be as efficient as we want to be. But you ask Arteta, he's not going to say he's going to pick one or the other. He'll want to win both. And Arsenal right now, I can safely say, even though it's game week 1, Arsenal have a chance to win both competitions.
Maybe you're 4.
I don't think Arsenal will ever win. But that goes again. I've always said this, and I'm a massive fan of the League Cup for that reason. Because
I think you need one of them. I think you need one of them.
But
it's been a bloody long time.
Like I said, it's how you. It depends on who you support. For me, the League Cup is obviously not going to be a sufficient season on its own.
Not now.
But if you win it in March and you've got one trophy,
it's a no-brainer.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. It's so important. Yeah. Because imagine if we had one.
No, I agree. 100%.
Imagine if we had beaten City.
Yeah.
In that cup final in March.
In the cup final.
Think how you would have been feeling and gone, oh, bro, they're on the right side of the Champions League draw.
They've done it.
They could win the league. They could win the treble. Yeah. And then even if we didn't, we would have won the double. Yeah. And it would have been a great double.
Yeah. And it's that winning mentality that's so important at that, especially towards the end of the season. But I find it amazing. Look, I get your logic to why...
Yeah, the logic makes sense, but it's amazing, isn't it, that he hasn't
logic
shifted.
Doesn't always...
Yeah.
I mean, my point would be, if you look at the top 5 teams in England, right? You're in the discussion. If you look at the top 25 teams in Europe, all the other 4 are in the discussion, but you're not. Do you see what I mean? And it's like Arsenal are really missing out on legacy, on reputation, global reputation,
I agree.
European reputation.
That's what it is. I think
it is players wanting to come to clubs who've won it.
And I understand what you're saying about the back-to-back.
Yeah,
I do get it.
I do.
But for that reason, that I think makes us think that's why you would want to win the Champions League more. Because of the legacy, because of what it does for the club, because of what it does on a worldwide scale, and because of what it does in terms of put you into the conversations of all of them teams. It's a good question. What does more for him?
If you win 2 more Premier Leagues in the next 2 years, it doesn't change much with regard to your legacy and your reputation. Right? Because you have a phenomenal domestic reputation and legacy anyway. If you were to win the next 2 Champions League, suddenly you're one of the biggest 6 clubs in Europe.
Yeah.
It's that fine.
See, now that when he puts it like that, that's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
It's
a phenomenal question,
it's the
isn't
legacy.
Well, let's hope they win.
So hold on. So let me ask you this then.
Well, we've got to move on, but go quickly, get it.
So if Arsenal win the Champions League this season, does Arteta have a better legacy than Klopp? He's won an FA Cup in his first 6 months. The only thing is the League Cup.
So Klopp won the Premier League once,
Champions League once,
and
he got to 3 finals though.
But that was all he won.
And he won the FA Cup and League Cup as well.
He won all of them.
He won all of them.
I think if Arteta wins one Champions League, he's on par. I really do.
Just a question.
Because that's a broad sweep of trophies.
I think the only... it's tough, because on Klopp's perspective, he's won all of them. He'd done the clean sweep on all of them, so that's the argument for him. But the argument for Arteta is Arsenal have never won the Champions League. I know Liverpool were on a 30-year drought, but still, they did it within a generation of people. No one right now, besides the woman who turned 114 today, first British woman to turn 114, I think it was.
117.
117, I do apologise. Yeah, congrats to her, by the way. We'll get her on Game Changers. She'd definitely do a better job than one of the Adam Bradders. There's room for her. But jokes aside, there will have been Liverpool fans that have seen them times. But there's no Arsenal fans that have seen the times of Europe.
No, I've agreed, no one, apart from the Cup Winners' Cup in '94.
If you win the Carabao Cup and the Champions League this season, then he goes above Klopp.
Where does he finish in the Premier League? Second?
3rd, 4th. I still think he's put him higher than.
Okay, final question, then we'll move on, and it's for you two again. If Arsenal win the Premier League only, he will be the 4th manager to go back to back. Does that make him the 4th best manager the Premier League has seen?
Well, look, we can take away the big three, can't we? We all know the big three, right?
4th most successful.
4th
definitely.
I think we can take away the big three.
Oh, sorry.
Right?
Would he be in the top 5 Premier League managers?
So you take away the top 3. We all know who they are. Yeah. Fergie, Pep, Mourinho.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that Mourinho left.
I
10
hate
years
to
later
throw
came
someone
back.
else in the mix here, Ancelotti. When you think what he did at Chelsea, but that season at Everton as well.
Yeah, true, but he left very early,
yeah,
didn't he?
I know.
He left very prematurely.
So are we talking
with Premier League only?
Oh,
right? Are you
okay.
going to include Champions League success, or we're just
No, I'm
talking
asking you to.
Just Premier League legacy?
I'm just talking about if Arteta...
Why has he got to ask this question when we've got to move on? We're going to have to answer it. We're going to have to move
If
things
Arteta
around.
wins the Premier League this season, he becomes the 4th manager to win it back-to-back. Does that make him a top 5 Premier League manager of
I
all
would say
time?
it probably does.
I think it does. There's one thing winning the Premier League, but to retain it is...
And I think what don't want to go on any more about it, but what I think is impressive is
only he would stretch out a 10-minute segment of Arsenal to half of the second hour.
I haven't meant to.
But I think
you actually criticised me. You were talking about me.
No, I was criticising.
I think what's been impressive as well about Arteta, it's not just if he does the back-to-back. I think when you look at the progression of that club and what he's done with it, and the progression of the squad, you got to take your hat off to him. Yeah, I would if he wins another Premier League. Even if he doesn't win it back-to-back, if he wins it the season after, I think he's in top 5.
So who's in the rival category for 4th and 5th?
Well, Arsenal would have to be in there for me.
So Wenger's in terms of the competition to get the 4th and 5th last spots. So Wenger's in there.
To be fair, Wenger would probably be already in the top 5 for me.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Klopp would have to be.
Wenger, Klopp, Ranieri.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, this could be another conversation.
Because winning the league once with Leicester is more impressive than going back-to-back for Arsenal or Man United or whatever. Mate, there were 5,000 to 1.
Yeah, I can't give all that credit to Ranieri. I've seen him at my club, and he's not a great manager.
And that was Premier League, right?
And it was also on the back of a ridiculous run to get them out of relegation the season before.
From Nigel Pearson.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So it was Pearson's squad.
I'm just throwing the names in there.
And this is why it gets this good, because I don't like the fact that you have to. It's a bit of a hypocritical thing to say. You can be. Not every manager has the what's the word? Their requirement is to win the Premier League. You could be a great manager and keeping a team up. You could be a great manager.
Can, but if we're talking top 5, that stuff doesn't stick, mate.
I don't know if I don't know if I like that though.
No, I'm sorry, it don't. You ain't going to put Big Sam in the top 5 Premier League managers of all time, or Sean Dyche. No disrespect.
Are we going to put Steaua Bucharest as one of the greatest ever European teams because they won it once in the 80s?
Yeah, no. It's not just about winning the world. But I think, okay, right. So
I hear what you're saying.
It goes like this, then, doesn't it?
But if you're a manager and you've kept up, if you keep, like, say, 3 teams up in the Premier League and you're known for that,
then it proves that you're not a good enough manager to
go up.
Giving a point a team that wins.
I'm sorry, I'm not having that.
No?
All this nicey garbage. No, I ain't having that.
Let's just go by wins. I would say.
So Fergie.
Oh, by the way, one more.
Fergie, Pep, Jose, Wenger, Klopp.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Klopp has to be in there for me. Yeah, Klopp.
At the moment, yeah. But then, he's only won 1?
That's why I asked the question.
Right, we'll have to do this later. We have to move on.
Final thing, very quickly.
Oh, for goodness
just
sake.
want to congratulate Mikel Arteta on being the 5th manager to win 150 Premier League games in under 250 Premier League matches. So, congratulations, boss. You're a legend.
I hate him. Should we move on?
How good is he?
He's all right. Move on.
Where do you want to go to, mate? Do you want to talk about yourself for a bit? Because we haven't spoke about you for a while.
So I thought when you were saying, like, thank you, Gaffer, and all that, I thought you were talking to me.
No, God, no, absolutely
and
not.
And how good I was.
About what? I'll tell you what you are good at.
Yeah.
You are good at your reporting, my friend, and you've been around the grounds. You've been touring the nation.
I have, yeah.
And you've been.
I feel it.
And I've actually listened to you and your dulcet tones.
Yeah.
From Pride Park. Is it still Pride Park? It's not Pride.
Still Pride Park.
It is still Pride Park. Good. Well done for Derby for not changing the name.
It used to be the baseball ground, wasn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did back in the day. A bit of knowledge. You've been out and about. Derby played on Cardiff. Before we hear you, let's hear you in action. And before you talk about you being in action.
What a section this is.
Derby 0, Cardiff 1, and it's all thanks to Kean Ashford. The corner came in from the right-hand side, and after a bit of pinball, it landed perfectly to Ashford, who's rifled it in right in front of the travelling Cardiff supporters. And after a brilliant start from Derby, they're left shell-shocked, and Cardiff are flying. Carlton Morris with the equaliser. The ball was played over the top, and he's bullied his way into the box. The ball bobbled into his path perfectly, and he found the equaliser with a cool finish into the bottom right corner. Yusuf Selaku has put the away side ahead, but this goal is all thanks to Colwell. He scored last week, and now he's turned into the goal provider this week, where it's Derby 2, Cardiff 2, and it's Bobby Clark who has got the equaliser. He was centre of the goal after Blackett Taylor weaved back and forth, eventually found a ball into the box, and there was Clark to get the equaliser. Just when I thought the first half couldn't get matched, we've already got a goal in the second. Of course, at Pride Park, it's Derby 2, Cardiff 2.
You know I'm bad, you know it.
I mean...
I'm bad, you know it.
Really interesting song choice.
Why?
Because you're not that bad.
If you want to make the world a better choice. Oh, that's See, yeah, nice. Oh, good stuff. Right, what's wrong with that?
No, it's just funny because you weren't bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's in like... Yeah, but MJ, rest in peace, the GOAT, man. I miss that guy.
You know, I'm bad.
Yeah, as in, like, he's saying, like, I'm bad, I know it, like, I'm bad boy.
Yeah.
I'm bad boy. Have you seen that video of I'm bad boy on the dance floor? Have you seen that?
I was on the dance floor.
No, the amount of people that have sent me that video, have you not seen it?
No.
I'm going to get it up because it's honestly so funny. I'm going to play it into my mic because people will understand the ridiculous joke as to why that's me. But I will show you the video.
I'm bad?
No.
You could have done, like, the way you make me feel or something like that.
No, but because I'm bad. You know it.
I know. I've been doing the show for, God, over 40 weeks.
No, it's in like bad as in what the streets would say. Bradders will tell you when he gets in, mate.
No,
you ain't got a clue.
the only thing is, when you say in a DJ and they say you smell bad, that means that's a good track.
No. Here, right, so do you want to... Have you not seen that, like, I'm bad? Right, listen to this.
It's like this kind of stuff, like a bad boy. It's not a good guys. So I try to be a little...
No, I've never seen it.
You've not seen this video? It's so good.
It's better be
Look
worth
at
it.
dancing.
Kind of 50-50, I think.
Are you a bad boy?
I'm not saying I'm a very good guy, very bad guy, but yeah, kind of. But not like hurt or harm people, not anything else, but just on a dance
floor, I'm a bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
That's the same as me. I'm not here to hurt or harm anyone, but just on the mic, I'm a bad boy.
Speaking of you on the mic...
Yeah. No, yeah. Obviously, I know we've got so much to get through, so I won't spend too long talking about myself. I really enjoyed yesterday. You don't always enjoy it. The adrenaline gets really high. Like, really high. When a goal goes in, you know that you've got to get what you want to say right, get the goal scorer correct, and make sure you buzz as quickly as you can to the studio to say, right, there's been a goal, because our mantra on TalkSport for Around the Grounds is goals as they go in.
Yeah.
So you've got to make sure you hit it as quick as you can. But I really enjoyed it. Derby had like 3 or 4 chances in the first 5 minutes. Then Cardiff went on the other end and scored. It was back-to-back, or end-to-end, should I say. It was a phenomenal game, and probably, since I've been doing reporting, the most enjoyable match I've had so far. So very, very good.
I'm glad.
Yeah, it was very exciting, and who knows, maybe in less than a month we might be bringing you a Neil's Adventures from a Premier League ground.
Nice.
Yes.
West Ham are not in the Premier League, though.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's what I say,
Just as long as it's not Arsenal.
Oh, imagine. It'd be good for you, that.
I can't think of anything worse.
Oh, come off it.
Wait.
You get to go to the champions.
Hang on, wait, I've practiced this.
Hold on. In a month.
Manchester United have got the winner at the Emirates. It's Cunha!
You can't laugh. You can't clap and you can't laugh.
No, I can't. I'll be like this. No. It's easy. It's easy to take your emotion out of it. Maybe not for you, though. Maybe not for you. You lose all conception of time, of space, of what anything is going on around you. Someone could be getting murdered behind you. You'd be like, not now, Arsenal are on.
I don't know if that's true.
I think, honestly, I could be getting strangled behind you, and you could go, 1 second, can you just keep it down?
Oh, yeah,
the Gooners are on the attack.
I would ask you to keep it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in-house for Arsenal, you'd be fantastic.
Thank you. Arsenal, you're listening?
Arsenal, yeah, shout your boy. Your star is sat right next to me.
Yeah. Arsenal 2, Leeds 0 on the 10th of October, 12:30 kick-off, Saturday lunchtime. Imagine me with the reports.
Well, you're just predicting random results.
No, just said it's 12:30 kickoff on 10th of October. Arsenal Leeds, that's my debut.
Oh, OK, you're looking at that, are you?
Yeah, that
Well,
might be
12:30, yeah, but the only problem is we'll have full commentary of that. Talk Sport.
Yeah. So you can do your reports.
No.
Sam can do the commentary, and I'll be in-house at Arsenal. Yep. Calafiori in full.
Oh, I'm with you. In-house media. Yeah. You would be very good at that.
Yeah. Oh, that's delightful from Odegaard. A little quick flick. Oh, there's Declan Rice back to Skelly in the box. Chance. Pause.
Missed.
And Christos Solis makes it Arsenal 4.
Man
Leeds.
United 5.
Leeds.
Chance here for Cunha! Mateus Cunha!
Let me
Didn't specify if that went in or not.
When do we play each other again?
December, I believe.
OK, right.
Christmas.
All right, should we move on? So much to go through. Of course, we haven't even got half an hour left of the show. What's to come, Luke Henry?
Fancy another feature? You ready for this?
I do.
Me and Adam have been working on long and hard.
Oh, it's not this again, is it? Oh, for goodness sake.
It's a big feature, you know, the big old change in the game, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Changing.
The game.
Change the face. Changing.
The game. I'd steal my own last week.
He did it on his own last week.
It wasn't as good.
How did you do it? Did you just go changing the game?
Just do it.
Changing the game. See, it's not got that flow, is it?
Changing
the game.
Yeah, it's fair.
We're so proud of ourselves.
You two are honestly pathetic. The way you two just look at each other through the glass and give a little nod of approval. It's honestly embarrassing.
We have a good call about it. I go, what do you think about the... Like,
what can we do?
What can we do? And he's like, I think we just keep it the same, So we just do a quick practice, change it.
Honestly, it's just beyond ridiculous.
What do you want to talk about in terms of changing the game?
Right, so obviously, look, you know, we've put this feature together because I do think it is really insightful. Well,
I'll tell you
it's just like everything else. I put everything together.
No, you don't really.
What do you do? There are some weeks you don't even download your own track of the week.
There's never, ever been a week I've not downloaded my own track of the week.
I think there might have been one or two where you've had to get Adam to order, you know. Is it in the system?
Got one.
Yeah, now I rest my case. That was your idea. That was your birth of the feature. And you still went...
Plaza de Mayor. No, I was busy.
So anyway, you're looking at, I even say we, but anyway, so we obviously came up with the idea of changing the game because we want to change the game. Our guests have inspired us so much throughout nearly what has been a year. Nearly a year.
We should have a party, by the way.
I think we should look into having an OB. So, and even if it's floor 14.
Invites.
Yeah, just, you know, live show.
You've been invited to the OB.
No one's coming on a Sunday evening because they're all asleep ready for Monday, but that's OK, because we will be there. Both of our parents will be there.
They won't be there.
No. Well, hopefully your dad will to teach you a lesson again. You want them shoes? Pay for them.
Thanks, mate.
I'll still remember that. But look, so your old man changed the game for you.
Yeah.
And now hopefully we can do that for other people. So it's very simple. Stuff that maybe we can give our pearls of wisdom, even if you want to call it that, just to really understand and delve into, of course, what it means to chase your dreams. So my topic this week is knowing your worth and being honest with yourself. So the reason why I've said this is because I think I've seen in this industry, not just at TalkSport, just generally speaking to a lot of people away from the office, you know, there's a lot of people that feel like they should have more opportunity. They feel like they've earned or warranted the next step, and for whatever reason they don't get it. And I just look around at some people and I think to myself, you can't just always accept the answer you're given. You have to know your worth. And I think it's always good to bear that in mind, to know that you should always be hardworking, always willing to go above and beyond and do the job to the best of your ability. But at the same time, you need to feel like you're on the right path. I'm not saying, right, open the door, here's everything you want, the keys to the city, good luck, fill your boots. But what I'm saying is to lay out a plan almost. You know, to say, right, if you carry on doing what you're doing, in a year's time, you'll be able to get here. Or in 2 years' time, that will happen for you. Or, for example, if you want to get there in a year, this is the next step you need to go and do. Not just, you know, blasé, you know, whatever. Just say, right, we really want... For example, let's say reporting. Let's say, you know, it's a different skill set to what you're used to. Why don't we push you out your comfort zone? Let's do that, for example. Stuff like that to keep you going. And I just think it's so easy to lose your sense of self-worth.
I agree.
Because you're so hungry and eager to chase. Chase all you want and really be motivated throughout the whole of your life. But it is always running the risk of becoming desperate, isn't it, Luke?
It is. I remember, yeah, because especially us in the industry, time is of the essence.
Yeah.
Because we work a lot, we're in it a lot, but we love it a lot. So what you don't want to be doing is doing things, more things in your time for the sake of doing them, rather than not feel fulfilled when you do them. I will give you an example. The amount of times people have continuously told me to start some sort of Arsenal TikTok, Arsenal YouTube channel, and I go around and turn around and say, with respect, for what? Because I know, without blowing my trumpet, I can talk about Arsenal. I don't need to go on a TikTok or video myself talking about Arsenal when I have the opportunity to do it on Sky Sports Live and a clip on TalkSport every hour again. They don't mind me saying that. They know me as the resident gooner. So is me going doing a TikTok and a YouTube channel really going to benefit me and take me to the next level? Or is it something like reporting or actually using my contacts and going to more events like I did on Wednesday night? I went to an Arsenal Supporters Trust event at the stadium. That's probably more beneficial of my time to go and network and then go, see, I'm a massive Arsenal fan, I work in the media, I'd love to do some work here, freelance. What's your best advice? What do you need from me? Cut out the middleman, have a chat with people and go, actually, we're looking for someone that can do this and this and this. Is that something you can do? And I go, actually, it is. Or actually, no, but give me 6 months and I'll actually learn it. And if you want me to come back or something, then I can. Use your time smartly, you know? And yeah, because you'll get bombarded with people telling you to do things, but you can't do everything. And when, you know, I'll never forget once when, it was actually here, and I just reminded myself, a quick story. I think you might have done the talk with me. I had to do a talk, and it was a few people coming in, they were looking for more BAs and people to come in to talk sport and people some more people just for staffing, for weekend shifts and stuff. And I remember someone saying to me, she was like, there was a question and answer in the end. I can't remember what it was, who she was, but she just said, I currently do writing. Am I not going to be able to work here because I only do writing? I'm like, no, absolutely not. No, just because you've got your niche and your goal doesn't mean you can't do this. No. When you get here, then you can learn and, you know, branch out into different avenues, but don't feel like you have to know every aspect of media, radio and journalism, because no one does. It'd be, if you did, you'd be great, but you know, there's so many avenues to it. There's so many avenues that I didn't realise even existed until they came to talk sport. So, no, it's all about knowing what you want to do and being honest with yourself. And that's why the reporting thing, we had this chat earlier about, you know, I think I'd love to report, but I've got to be honest with myself. And you said it earlier, you know, and I probably have to maybe grow up, I don't know, but if Arsenal are playing a game at the same time that I'm reporting, no, but we laugh about it.
No, it's true. I'm laughing because it's not even a rip take. He's actually telling the truth.
I've got to
and
be,
it's good that you. And the second point of this is being honest with yourself.
But I've got to be honest. Like, am I going to be the best version of me when I'm reporting on a game in the Championship? But I know deep down I'm thinking, has Odegaard scored? Has Saka? And that's being honest because my performance won't be good. And you have to be honest with yourself. And I have to be honest with myself. And I'm not at that stage yet where I can go, yeah, I'm not watching the game today.
No, that's exactly the point. There's one thing with honesty. It only works and you only succeed with honesty if you couple it with integrity. Now, the difference between honesty and integrity is honesty is when you tell other people the truth. Integrity is when you tell yourself the truth. Keep them both, and one without the other doesn't work. You do have to be true to yourself as well as others.
Yeah,
totally
you have
agree.
to be, and you have to be. I mean, we talk about football, and I know, you know, it's a joke, but it's been my way of life for 11 years. Going to the ground, going to forget the media bit, but just going. It's my day-to-day escape from my job. I've been doing it. I've been meeting my friends. I've done it for so long that, you know, if you just say I'm not going, it's not even about I'm not going to watch the game. It's about the social aspect. It's about going for a meal, going for a pint at the end. It's going and having that day and that escape from everyone. If you just say I'm not doing that anymore, it's quite scary. It's a bit weird. However, there will come a time where I have to use it to my media advantage, but I still look at Arsenal and go, there's an avenue there to exploit down from the media room. Rather than me going, I can't come today, I can't watch Arsenal-Liverpool at 4:30 because I'm reporting on another Premier League game. Now, that might sound fantastic to someone. Why would I let someone else why would I take that dream of someone else when I'm not 100% in it or ready to do it? That's just being honest. And like I said, you know, Jason is our football editor. If I came to Jason and said, I've got to be honest, mate, I'm not going to be 100%. Or I lied to him and say, yeah, give me it, and I'm not very good. And he goes, everything all right? What was wrong? And I'm like, I just wasn't with it. I'm too busy thinking about the Arsenal.
Yeah.
Where does that give me? Because later down the line, he goes, well, I won't be able to trust him.
No.
And you've burnt your bridge.
That's where you need integrity.
That's where you've got to be honest.
Yeah, that's really insightful. Really good.
I'm just being honest.
No, that's what we've got to do. And, you know, it is about also realising and identifying your shortcomings. Pardon the pun, because obviously, you know...
Because I'm short?
Yeah. But sorry, I really found that funny. But you know,
well, it's honest and it's integral.
Honest. It's honest and integral. That's what our producer said.
If I turned around and said, "Now I'm 5'9",
yeah, you're not being honest.
I am being integral a little bit.
5 foot
with a white line.
9 millimetres.
I don't even think it's 9 millimetres.
5'9" is a great line. That
5'6".
5'9" millimetres.
5'6" at best.
It's 5'6" millimetres. It's atrocious. That is poor, mate. You're in millimetres. I might start doing that. Let me
My bank account is. It's
millimetres.
Yeah,
far away.
Yeah, millimetres.
Right, let me see. Right, so I'm just putting my height in.
No, you're not.
6'2".
You're not. You're 5'9".
No, actually, I'm 1,752.5 millimetres. Now that sounds like a tall bloke.
You're not. Are you 5'9"?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah, if I've got my platforms on.
So you talk about honest integrity.
If I've got my heels on a Friday night.
You haven't got your heels on. Ain't Friday.
Yeah, well, you know, my flats on a Sunday, same thing. Right, should we quickly squeeze in a bit of trim?
Very quickly.
I think Adam's left and Bradley's in. Here we go.
Trivia.
Sorry.
You just went like that?
Yeah, no, I was just saying...
That's not millimetres, that's...
No, as in, we need to spend longer on changing the game. I think it's really insightful and we embark on these conversations. But the problem is Adam always leaves, but Bradley joins us. Bradley, welcome.
I know, I've just joined you. What on earth are you talking... I don't want to know, actually.
No, it's way too serious for you, mate.
Yeah, so anyway, I've done a bit of a season opener special.
What, does this work next week?
Yeah, we'll be able to keep it going.
OK,
for
good.
a
I like the ones
weeks,
that we keep going. I like that.
So what this is what I call... top Triv trios. So I'm going to play a video and you're going to see two players.
It's going to play a video?
This is...
Should we go for the first one?
Okay,
and then I'll explain as we go.
OK, right, so 2 videos. Here we go.
OK, so here's the first one.
This is the first. This is a Game Changers first.
OK.
So we have there...
Yep.
Yeah.
Julian Alvarez.
Yep.
And Raheem Sterling.
OK.
Yeah.
Now, you've got to work out the price, the height, and the debut. So there are 3 facts. So you've got to think which one cost the most, they get a point.
OK.
Which one's the tallest, they get a point.
OK.
And which one had an earliest debut.
OK, I think I know all 3.
Every pair, there is a winner.
Is it the last club, though? Where's the
This is all English
highest,
Premier League. No, these are English Premier League fees. So their highest fee to or from the EPL.
To or from? OK, well, I think I know them.
I think it's Alvarez for the price.
Yeah.
Alvarez for the price.
Are we working together?
It's up to you. You can work together.
Screw
or you can...
that.
Oh, do you want to... So you're taking this one, then?
No, so, do I answer all 3 of these?
Yeah, you get a pair of players each.
OK, I'll go first then. So Alvarez was price, Alvarez was height, and what was the last one?
Debut.
Sterling.
So you're basically saying...
Alvarez was more expensive, Alvarez was taller, but Sterling made his debut before.
So you're saying Alvarez wins?
Yep, I'm saying that.
Right, let's have a quick look at this then.
Here we go. What have we got?
So we can see Alvarez is a not taller.
What?
He did cost more, but Sterling earlier debut. So, so it's 2-1 to Sterling. Sterling wins.
And you said 2-1 to Alvarez, so you get 1 point.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, 1 point.
What a terrible start to the quiz.
I actually thought that...
Right, well, go on then. If you get 3 here, then you've won.
All right.
Yeah, this can stay like this.
Oh, there's a load of these. I've got a good few of these here.
Oh, great.
Video on Game
Video, yeah, we like that.
There's our first one. Right, our next one is
Right, the next one, wow, is
Anthony
Cucurella and Anthony.
and Mark Cucurella.
Fantastic.
Okay. And
So who was more expensive?
So more expensive, that's Anthony.
Who was taller?
Anthony.
Yeah, and who made their appearance first in the Premier League?
No. Oh, yeah. Cucurella.
I think you've got 1 out of 3.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? Here's your result. So,
Cucurella's more money.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
So Cucurella spent more money?
Anthony was more money, which I said. And I said Cucurella is taller. And I said... No, I didn't. I said Anthony was taller.
Cucurella's taller. Who would have thought that,
I
eh?
got it wrong. And then debut... What did I say for debut? Cucurella.
Which is correct.
So 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. So,
Damn, he wins.
1, 2 to Luke.
Right, last one then, and we'll do...
You can do last one each.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Very
Okay,
quickly.
so your first one will be... It is Harry Maguire
Yeah.
and Antoine Semenyo.
Oh, that's a tough question.
Okay, so I think Harry Maguire was more expensive. I think Maguire was taller. And I think Semenyo was younger.
I am going to...
So Harry Maguire...
More expensive, taller, but Semenyo.
Am I saying my bit as well?
Okay, well, let's have a look, shall we?
Go on then, you go. You say yours.
I think you've got one wrong.
Go on.
I think Maguire was younger.
In the Premier League?
Yeah, I think he played for Hull, didn't he?
Weren't he in the Championship then?
Didn't they come up 2017 and he got brought off the back?
This is professional league debut, whatever league, not cup, not reserve, professional league debut.
Go on then, what are the results? Here we go.
Harry Maguire is not tall. Do you believe Semenyo's taller than Maguire?
What?
Harry Maguire did start earlier and is more expensive.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
so I got smashed again.
You got 1 point there?
Yeah, so it's drawing it 2-2.
Yeah,
we'll leave it there then.
Somehow.
No, we might as well just leave it there.
Well, yeah, still 1, but fair enough. You don't know that.
Have you had 2 goes each?
We've had 1.5 goes
And
each.
I lost, so it doesn't matter.
Call it a day?
Yeah, we'll call it a day. Fine. We'll carry that on though. I love that.
Yeah, nice.
I like that feature.
There's a load more of those as well.
Yeah,
We'll
I do
get
like
it.
that feature.
Yeah, I'll have more time and we'll get it a bit
Yeah,
more.
I like that. I do like that feature. That is good. Because it's so hard.
Yeah.
But Harry Maguire's obviously taller than Semenyo. Clearly not.
I know. And
Semenyo is
Alvarez
actually-
is
And
shorter
Alvarez.
than Sterling.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's bizarre.
There's nothing wrong with being short.
Yeah, as you tell us every week. Right then, it means only one time and one time only, which of course, as ever, DJ Brothers hit that button.
Track of the week.
Track of the week.
What's up, boys?
Yes, DJ Brothers.
Talking about bad boys tonight, aren't you? You know that. Loving the bad boy sound.
Big session for us last week, weren't it, mate?
Oh, good, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I'll tell you, man, and Neil, you're the man. You were on it at Brothers Fest.
See, told you, bro. Told you, I was on it.
Proper.
Do you hear what Luke said? He said, if I got an invite to Brothers Fest, I would be busy that day.
Yeah, notice the word if.
Very good.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good. Anyway, what we doing?
Respect, Brothers.
Anyway, this week we're talking about music from this year, from this summer.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, man, I've been playing a few choice tunes.
So,
What, from the summer?
Yeah, man, that's from this year.
I hope Adam comes in and takes it off.
yeah, Brothers got a bit wild, hasn't he?
Not having noise on my show.
God, gosh. Brothers is on one, isn't he? He ain't been sleeping since last week.
God, that.
Oh, I haven't slept since Brothers Fest. This has kept me awake all
You see
week.
why I'm not going to Brothers Fest? That sounds terrible.
Put it up a bit.
That sounds terrible.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Right, so just to clarify, what's the topic then?
Yeah, so topic is favourite song of the summer, really.
Song of the summer.
Anything
Wow,
this
obviously
summer.
the Premier League returns. I like it. I like it. Yeah, yes. Shall I go first then? There is only one tune. And do you know what? And it's not just because every time I listen to commercial radio like Capital, shout out Capital and them lot, they're doing some good stuff down there.
Shout out Capital.
Yeah,
Virgin.
Yeah. Virgin, yeah, Virgin.
Yeah,
Heart.
could have been a company of man.
What do you mean?
Yeah, carry on.
What do you mean? Capital.
Could have been a company of man, yeah.
And Capital? What's wrong with Capital?
Yeah, and Virgin, yeah.
Yeah, Virgin.
Capital.
Yeah.
What?
Just carry on.
Capital, LBC, they've got some good stuff in
Yeah,
Global.
well said. Yeah, you're digging yourself a hole now.
Well, I'm just saying, you've got to respect the competition a little
Just
bit.
play the track.
Right.
It's so very good.
Not that. Brad has gone mad. Right, so this obviously is just the song of the summer. It wasn't just because everyone on Capital and all the other major radio stations are referring to the song of the summer, but I think we actually, given the fact it's Game Changers, a sporting and entertainment show, John Stones made this song the track of the summer. My shoulders hurt a bit. What a track. Another Talk to You. You know the boys. A little Talk Sport motive, actually. Going to go watch another next month.
I'm not going.
I know you're not. That's why you're invited. Same with Brands Fest. Here we go. You talk to you. Here we go. Show you what love can do. And I wanna see you move. Here we go. I know you can feel it too. There's a bit of time for the drop, but we're going to have to just keep going. Oh, I think there's actually quite a while. But anyway, this is the song that is just the track of the summer. It just has to be.
Did you not edit it?
No. But I thought I'd have a bit more time than 1 minute to go until the end of the show. Feel it too. Here we go. We've got about 10, I think. We can sabotage the show. We finish. Shoulder's killing, mate.
Oh, been going gym.
Mate, I was doing shoulders yesterday,
my
shoulder legs.
Killing me, mate.
My shoulders.
Both shoulders. Like, I can't even lift my arm up that.
Shoulders killing me.
Yeah, my arm, mate. It's not.
It's dodgy, mate. Track of the summer, by the way. This is Shout Out Another. Got me burning. Cut the music. Quickly, go on.
No introduction.
Wheel it off.
Wheel it up. Sound of the summer. Jamaican ting. Rewind the track. Play the track. What I'm telling them, play the track.
Oh, this is a tune.
Song of the summer. Yeah, Jamaican Nancy. Sweet, sweet music.
Oh, this
Wait
is
till
a
the tune.
banger. Oh, this is a track. Yeah, this is a hard track.
Watch your bum bum. Ooh, ooh. Yes, this reminds me of Barcelona last week. W Hotel.
Shout out Ruben, you better be there.
You better be there.
You waste, man, if you're not there.
Simple.
What a tune.
What a tune. What a summer. Champion summer. Reload selector. Cut the music. I've won that. Boom.
Right, Brad has written that
Shaka
time.
Demas and Pliers. What?
Right, so just go on. We've only got a few seconds left of the show. So go on then, play the track of the week or track of the summer. It's going on. I don't mind it. It's obviously the wrong answer, but it's a tune, isn't it?
Nah, this is the short version. That extended version for 5 minutes. One thing Nancy can understand. One thing Nancy can understand. I'm telling you, man.
Unbelievable. Golly gosh, you can tell Luke Henry's energy sky high after another brilliant weekend.
Great show.
For Arsenal. Great show as always. Thank you to Adam Bradley and Bradders, of course to Luke Henry. But most importantly, thank you very much to you listening at home. Up next on the wonderful, colourful radio is the Fresh Music Hour. So don't go anywhere. But that's it from us. We'll see you next week. A very good night.
One time bum bum, bum bum bum, one time bum bum, bum bum.